one of the Modlites tonight. Green one, Terry Lehrenfeldt says, catch me if you can. And I told you to watch him. That's why he's got number one on the side of the car. Careering away round the western corner. Heading down the main straight away. Got a comfortable lead already. Chasing hard. Getting high up on the boards though. Was a Sean Butcher in car 66 and washes off the pace. As our race leader's probably got a third of a lap lead already. And the thing right on song, Terry Lehrenfeldt. Chris Ware chasing hard, car 12. Clinton Hansey getting involved in the little scrap as well. Big field, but no match for current number one. And he's running away. Good battle for position 2. 12 gets through, Clinton Hansey. Chris Ware moves back into position number 3, and once they clear the traffic, there is no stopping them. Terry Lehrenfeldt. Have a look at the lead he's got. He's coming up quickly on the tail of the cars at the back of the pack, and they will fall down one lap behind New South Wales number 8, Trent McLean. His first run around Lucas Oil, Kingaroy Speedway. And right now, he's got A1 right on his hammer. Moves to the outside, no trouble. Next one in his sights will be Brad Dawson. Go back to car 12 running in second place, Clinton Hansey. Chris Ware still holding on, 66 would be the next one, and that is Sean Butcher. But it's all Terry Lehrenfeldt. He's coming up to take the white flag. He's in the western corner, staying up high on the racetrack. Loves this place. Gets the drive up high. Takes the white one to go as he goes around Jake McClure. Puts a lap on him. Try and find second place. It's still Hansey. And Chris Ware is the place getters at the moment. But no contest. Terry Lehrenfeldt. Clinton Hansey. And across the line now in position number 3, Chris Ware. Rest of the field completes the journey. How about that, Kingaroy Showground patrons? Put your hands together for him. That's why he's got number 1 on the side. Terry Lehrenfeldt.
It's us, the SRE National Street Stock title at the Lucas Oil's Kingaroy Speedway is all go. And we're underway for another national title season. The first move has come from Lenny Bates, who's moved up into second place, started out of 5. As they go up into the western corner, out in front it's Stewie Robinson from Lenny Bates in second place. Mendes is still going okay as they move out of turn 4 the first time. Lenny Bates is out in front, and that's a great start by him. Brooke Ferguson's moved to 3rd. Mendes is actually going back through the field now. Up into 4th place you'll find is Evan Wakefield from Western Australia as they move out of the western corner and back into the main straight. Lenny Bates is opening a massive lead already after 2 circulations. Brooke Ferguson in second place, Robinson 3rd. High up on the track is car number 3, Riley Haynes. Also there is Evan Wakefield, and also going nicely is Josie Thompson in 89. That's the first half dozen. Back then to Mendes in 7th place, but to Lenny Bates already is a mile out in front. Back in second place it's Brooke Ferguson. Evan Wakefield goes underneath as Stewie Robinson as they go into the back straight. Back then in 5th is Josie Thompson and Mendes. Riley Haynes is in some trouble in car number 3. So head down the back straight once again. There's only 3 after that. Jack Stead, Michelle Barbour and Dion Wood. But here's our race leader back with us once again. And Lenny Bates has a mortgage on this one, though Brooke Ferguson is making a good fist of trying to mow him down as they head down into the back straight once again. Evan Wakefield has gone back to 5th place. Mendes is up there in 3rd. But there's a lot of Australia between 1st and 3rd, I can tell you, as our race leader comes past once again. It's the 74 of Lenny Bates, 2nd place Brooke Ferguson. Then we've got Mendes, Robinson, Wakefield is next, then Josie Thompson. Stead is up there as well in 7th place. And back then to Barbour Wood and then Riley Haynes. That's the entire order of the field. There's half a lap between first and last as they cross the line again. Out in front, it's car number 74. And Lenny Bates doing a good job. Ferguson second. No change at this stage for the minor placings. Still Stewie Robinson chasing down Mendes. Wakefield in 5th position. And back then to Josie Thompson. Laps are ticking by. Hasn't been a stoppage in the opener. It's been rather tidy. Out in front, the 74 still leads Lenny Bates. The action is for the minor end of the prize. 3rd, 4th and 5th between 777 in Mendes, 66 in Stewie Robinson and 21 of Evan Wakefield. Back then to Josie Thompson. But there's our leader through again. Laps really starting to motor on through now. Back in 2nd place is Brooke Ferguson. Mendes, Robinson and Wakefield 3rd, 4th and 5th, and then a long gap back to the rest of them. Josie Thompson, the 10 of Jack Stead is also there. And further back is the 83 of Michelle Barbour. Here's our leader past us once again. The 74 car out in front is Lenny Bates. 2nd place is 19 of Brooke Ferguson. And then back to Mendes in 3rd. So they come out of turn 4, back down the main straight. The laps are ticking by, 2 to go this time past us. White flag next time around. And it's Lenny Bates who leads. 2nd place, still Ferguson. The battle rages for the minor end of the prize. 3rd place is still Mendes. Smoke coming out of that car. 4th place still belongs to Robinson. And Evan Wakefield trying to pass him as the white flag is out. Homeward bound in the first of 21 heats tonight. Up into the western corner goes Lenny Bates for the final time. Has a very big margin over the rest of the field. Brooke Ferguson still 2nd, Mendes 3rd. Then back to Robinson and Wakefield. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, first across the line. And 36 big points to the 74 car of Lenny Bates. Brooke Ferguson 2nd, Mendes 3rd, Robinson 4th, and 5th home is Evan Wakefield. You can go for a picnic lunch before 6 comes across the line, which is car 10 of Jack Stead. And so they come on through to complete heat number 1. Time for the race 3 minutes 49.341. 4.247 was the winning mark.
Well, here he is. This guy's undefeated around here. Look at you go, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy, mate. Let's hope we can keep it that way.
Absolutely. It's a tough gig. It's extremely hot right now. The racetrack's pretty good. It's pretty fast down the bottom, but I'm sure it'll widen up.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good actually. Completely different to last night. You've done an incredible job. I don't know what else to say.
Beautiful stuff. Well, I'll let you go and get a cold drink of water. Lenny Bates, ladies and gentlemen.
Ryan, here we go with heat number 2. Again, going the traditional way. And the green lights come on. They break formation in the 3rd, 4th rows. As they head out of turn number 1 the first time. Andy Maxwell leads them down the back straight. And it's the charge of the Light Brigade for the 2nd placing. Murray Batley there in the red car. He's in 2nd at the moment. So they come out of the western corner and down the main straight. Batley has gone wide. That's going to allow at least 1 car to come through. And that's Colin Peaton from New South Wales. Also in there is car number 4 of Nigel O'Neill. Robbie Foe is up to 5th place. And he's on the charge, the 2-time national champion. Back in 6th place is Anthony Buchanan. Then Cherie Barron would be the next one after that as they move down the main straight. 2 down and 10 to go. Andy Maxwell Jr, one of the youngsters in the field from South Australia, leads this one at the moment from Colin Peaton. Robbie Foe has moved into 3rd place now. Foe started back in the field. He started from 7. He's up to 3rd place at the moment. Back in 4th place is Nigel O'Neill. Jared Peacock's making some moves as well. But our race leader has been caught as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. It's 1-3-2 out in front, which is Andy Maxwell Jr. Colin Peaton in 2nd place. Right behind him is Robbie Foe. Back there in 4th place is Nigel O'Neill and then Jared Peacock, and a gap back to the rest of them, headed by Anthony Buchanan. Morris Ahern's well back still. Jaden Dredge, Murray Batley and Cherie Barron. But it's a race in 3 at the moment. It's Andy Maxwell Jr. from South Australia who leads. Oh, Robbie Foe makes a mistake going out of turn 2. Lost ground as he tried to go underneath of Colin Peaton. That's allowed Jared Peacock to close the gap as they come down past us once again. 5 down and 7 to go in these 12-lap heat races. There's still plenty of time remaining, but it's Andy Maxwell Jr. doing the right thing at the moment. Leads by 3 or 4 car lengths on Colin Peaton, the veteran from New South Wales, formerly of Western Australia. 5 or 6 car lengths back to the 2-time national champion in Robbie Foe, who's being hounded by Jared Peacock. Behind Peacock is the 4 car of Nigel O'Neill, and it's a long way back then to Morris Ahern in car number 34. So 5 of them in the back straight, separated by about 2 or 3 car lengths apiece as we've passed the halfway mark. 6 down and 6 to go. It's still 1-3-2 out in front. Andy Maxwell Jr. Colin Peaton in second place. Right behind him, Robbie Foe, Jared Peacock and Nigel O'Neill. They're well clear of Morris Ahern, who's been trailed then by Jaden Dredge in car 13. Then we've got Barron in 48, the 2 of Anthony Buchanan and Murray Batley. They'll come up this time with 4 to go. We've got a blockbuster finish coming up. They're stacking up now behind the 1-3-2 of Andy Maxwell Jr. His lead is by 1.5, 2 car lengths at the most from Colin Peaton. Right behind him is Robbie Foe, and then right behind Robbie Foe would be Jared Peacock and Nigel O'Neill. Out of turn 4 and down the main straight they come, and here come the challengers. As he's off the curb is Andy Maxwell Jr. and Colin Peaton nearly got through. Oh, Peaton's offline, and it's on for young and old now. Here comes Robbie Foe. Is he going to go the inside of Colin Peaton? Yes, he does. But while all that shandangles happened there in the near turn, our leader got away by a few car lengths. We've still got 2 to go. It's on for young and old. We've got 1 in the fence, Rhino.
Yeah, Pearden straight in, nosed her in. And maybe not too much damage, hopefully there. Yellows are on early though.
Yep, very quickly. Doesn't appear to be any damage to the right-hand side. Green lights are back on. Heat 2 of the national title. And Maxwell Jr. does have them stacked up behind the 3. We've got car number 4 in 4th place, Nigel O'Neill. He's looking for a move already on Robbie Foe as they go into the western corner. And out of turn 4 and into the main straight here at the showgrounds. Andy Maxwell's got to survive 2 more laps. 2 to go in heat number 2. Right there too is Colin Peaton. Robbie Foe is looking for a way through. Jaden Dredge has gone up to 4th. And Morris Ahern is also looking to get under car 4 of Nigel O'Neill. So they come out of the western corner, they'll come down the main straight and be greeted by the white flag. 1 lap of the Lucas Oil's Kingaroy Speedway to go in heat number 2. Maxwell Jr.'s car is coughing and spluttering. Worse than I am at the moment as they head down the back straight. Back in second place of 33 of Colin Peaton. Robbie Foe third. Jaden Dredge has come from way back from the back row to be in 4th. That's where he'll finish. But the checkered flag comes out and Andy Maxwell Jr. survives. Colin Peaton second. 3rd place Robbie Foe. Jaden Dredge. 5th place Morris Ahern. 6th goes then to Jared Peacock. After that we've got a couple of others. Car number 4, Nigel
Down here with Andy Maxwell Jr. Good job, mate. Well done.
Oh, I don't know how I pulled it off. This thing's running not real good, so she's popping and farting. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't know how I won that just then. So
yeah, it was very interesting. It was breaking down early, wasn't it? Something a little weird going on there.
Yeah, straight away it was breaking down on the roll run just then when I was revving it up. There's no miss. As soon as I start cornering, it's missing. So I've got no power. So I don't know how I just did that, but. Oh, hopefully we can fix it and come back out now. So,
absolutely, mate. We saw you with your hands up in the air as you're going past the crew there under yellow. It must have been frustrating, but good job nevertheless.
Thanks. I just got to thank A1 Welding, Anything Cars, Spencer Ations, Spencer Golf Towing, Specialised Tyres, all them guys, Jag Muffler Shop, King Signs. Can't thank everyone enough for helping me get up here, and hopefully I can pull it off and get this car going.
Absolutely, mate. We'll let you get back to it. Coming up, Jason Crow.
Thanks very much, Rhino. We're underway with heat number 3. There is no rest for the wicked. They're underway and racing. Luke Hollyman leads them as they move out of turn number 2. The first time on his outside, the 57 car, and he's going gangbusters as well. They're still side by side, and that's Jason DeGoldie. DeGoldie gets the better of the exchange as they move into the main straight. Back in second place would be Luke Hollyman. Behind the duo would be Darren Forrest in car number 41. Matt Nelson, Bobby Wakefield, who's been in 19 national titles. Brad McClure, a 3-times champion, has now made his way up into 5th place as they head out of the western corner and into the back straight, into the main straight. Our race leader is Jason DeGoldie from Victoria. He's being chased down by another Victorian in second place, Matt Nelson. 3rd place is Luke Hollyman, then Brad McClure, Darren Forrest, Bob Wakefield. That's the first half dozen. Back then to Bo Saunders, who follows them through as they make their way out of turn number 2 and down the back straight now into the main straight. DeGoldie is just in front. 2nd place is Nelson. 3rd place is Hollyman. Back then to McClure in 4th place. 5th place is car number 18, and car 18 is that of Brett Barron. He's up there in 5th place as they move down into the main straight once again. Brett Barron is now in 5th. Up behind him would be the 41 of Darren Forrest. As they move out of turn 2 and down the back straight, it's a race in 2. The 2 Victorians have cleared out. Here's a chance now for Matt Nelson, looking for a way underneath Jason Goldie. So move down past our broadcast position, a gap back in third place to Hollyman and McClure. Right behind that duo is the 18 car of Barron, who's in 5th place. And also there is Darren Forrest in car number 41, a long gap to Bob Wakefield. Here's the action though for our race lead. Into the main straight they come, and it's to Goldie by a car length, hugging the curb. Right behind him the 61 car of Matt Nelson. There's a wall of cars for 3rd place. Luke Hollyman in 3rd place, McClure 4th. The 18 car in 5th place is Brett Barron, and right behind them Darren Forrest. Looks like the Goldie has got the better of the exchange out in front. And losing some ground is Matt Nelson. Hollyman still 3rd, McClure still in 4th place. Oh, Nelson's run wide out of turn 2.
Yeah,
and
flat
has lost
front,
2
outside
spots.
tyre, Jason. Front, outside, front's flat. Or might even be broken, I'd say.
Yep, he's going to go right through the field right now, and he's going to be dead last at the end of this one. So to Goldie all of a sudden has a mortgage on this race. Back in 2nd place, Luke Hollyman. Brad McClure in 3rd position. And so McClure started out of 5. He's now going underneath of Hollyman and moves into 2nd. Hollyman back to 3rd. Darren Forrest in 4th place. Back to Barron in 5th. Then Bobby Wakefield in 6th. As they head down out of the main straight and into the back straight past the big crowd in the pits. Out in front it's Jason Goldie. 2nd place is the 2nd Victorian in car 54 of Brad McClure. Another Victorian in 3rd, which is that of Darren Forrest. Back to Luke Hollyman in 4th. As they head past our start position once again, there's 2 to go, and Jason Goldie is well clear. In fact, he's in traffic.
And big one over! Big roll over Jason. He got up over the side of Matt Nelson and has inverted the red machine. Oh dear, that's a monumental rollover. We are red in heat race number 3. Deary, deary me. The Kingaroy crash crew quickly in attendance. And all over that, they just come around and rode over Matt Nelson, who was still circulating. Hartzman is out of the car, folks. Please put your hands together for him. A-OK after a wild ride in heat race number 3. Let's grab a quick chat with Ian right here. I'll get him to turn around. I'm just talking to the family, making sure he's A-OK. Ian, you're obviously A-OK.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, just took the wind out of me.
Yeah. Just come around, looked like Matty Nelson was struggling there a little bit, and then with that flat tyre, and you just got him and inverted, unfortunately.
Yeah, I seen him sort of all over the place, and I thought I'd try to go around him, but yeah, he must have just turned on me.
Yeah.
You get that.
That's right, mate. Well done.
3 laps remaining. The green lights are on. The green flag is out, and Jason Goldie's still out in front. Here's the challengers, though, and Barron goes underneath of Hollyman, and Hollyman's got his work cut out, because also right there is Darren Forrest as they move out of turn 4 into the main straight. It's Jason Goldie just in front from Brad McClure. On the outside is Barron. On the inside is Hollyman, and right there with him is the 41 of Darren Forrest. Back to Bob Wakefield in 6th place as they head up into the western corner for the second last time. They'll come down the main straight and greet the white flag, and Brad McClure is not content with 2nd place. It's Jason Goldie just in front. 2nd place is that of McClure. Back then to Barron, Hollyman and Forrest. Back to Bob Wakefield in 6th as they go to the western corner for the last time. It's to Goldie in front. Here comes McClure. Can he get through on the inside? Oh, yes, he can. McClure and Goldie across the line together. McClure gets it. McClure wins by, oh my goodness, 0.018 of a second. And the irony in that is last year he lost the national title by 0.019. So he wins by 0.018 over to Goldie. Brett Barron is 3rd. Luke Hollyman 4th. Darren Forrest, Bob Wakefield. Bo Saunders is next. Back then to Michael Freeman and Ian Hartzman. And
just shuts it down, and he loves it. He's got a smile on his face. Good job, mate.
Yeah, cheers for that. We had a lot of trouble last night with the cars, everyone knows, and we didn't get a chance to get a real good practice, so it was a bit unknown going out there tonight, but credit to the guys that done the track, and everything has come up mint, a lot different to last night. There's a couple of lines starting to work there, a little bit low, a little bit mid. As the night goes on, it'll move up high, so it's good fun.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter how you get it done. I think you won by a Talio paper. That's perfect.
Yeah, no, look, I'll take it. I think I'll give Jason a little bit of a nudge coming out of 3, but I'm sure he probably would have done the same thing, but that's racing. Australian Championship is everything goes here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're no rest of the weekend. Well done.
We actually post online as the green lights come on. They're away in heat number 4. James Russell leads them up the main straight, got the best of the dispatch as they go through the western corner, and they run side by side down the back straight, and a good move by the 81 who's in second place, David Barbour. Trying to get on the outside is Dale Riley Jr. Also right in there is the 73 car of David Barry, Stephen English, the Queensland champion, and John Lodge is also in that leading group as they head down the back straight past the pits. Dale Riley Jr. from Tasmania, and his 6th successive national title, is up on the outside of Barbour and also Barry. Stephen English is in 5th place. Giacometti moves into 6th now. John Lodge is on the outside, back to Andrew Norton, Alex Doblo and Troy Langley. That's the order of the field, but it's anybody's guess for the minor placings. Our race leader has a 4-car length lead at the moment, so move past us once again. James Russell just in front, but it's a traffic jam that you'll be proud of on a Saturday morning at the Coles car park. They're absolutely everywhere for the minor placings. It's James Russell in front from Barbour, Riley, also Barry English is in that group, Giacometti behind him in the second of the yellow cars, and John Lodge in that group as well. As they head down the main straight and up into the western corner, into the shadows of the trees down there, out in front, it is still James Russell in car number 52. 4.5 down, only 5 down this time. Dale Riley Jr. gets through into second place underneath of David Barbour. Barbour back to 3rd. David Barry's in there. John Lodge is there. So too is Giacometti and Stephen English. Going to throw a detail over that group of cars for the minor end of the prize. 5 of them locked together. They're 3 wide down the back straight, and behind those 3 wide we've got a pile up. The 2 yellow cars that are coming together. Stephen English is facing the wrong way, and Darren Giacometti just drives around him now. So away around the cone they come, and Russell leads them from Dale Riley Jr. as they head up the main straight. There's challengers coming straight away for the minor placings behind Dale Riley Jr. who's in second, and they run 2 wide down the back straight. David Barry comes, now they're 3 wide. Stephen English comes underneath as well, so Barbour got spat out there. English goes into 4th place. John Lodge moved into 3rd. David Barry's there along with Barbour as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. We've got a new race leader. Dale Riley Jr.'s out in front now. James Russell in 2nd place. John Lodge is the big mover. Watch for him in the 76 car. Back then to Stephen English, David Barry and David Barbour. That's the first half dozen as they head up into the western corner once again. And this is by no means all over. Watch out for John Lodge in 3rd place. Dale Riley Jr. still your race leader though from Tasmania. Russell in 2nd place is off the curb. Screwing it down is John Lodge and gets underneath the Russells. They head up into the western corner once again, and John Lodge is on the charge. He started from position number 9. This is a good move from him. He's up to 2nd place. Russell back there in 3rd, back to the Queensland champion and Stephen English. David Barry is 5th. Back then to Barbour in 6th, and then Andrew Norton is next, and then Giacometti in car number 72. So head up into the western corner once again, and down the back straight our race leader is car number 75, Dale Riley Jr. 2nd place is John Lodge. So move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight once again. Our race leader will be still that of Dale Riley Jr. from John Lodge, whose transponder's decided to give itself a miss as they come up for the white flag. Dale Riley Jr. leads with 1 to run. Lodge in 2nd place. Back in 3rd place is Russell. Back then in 4th is English. And behind them is David Barry. As they move down the back straight for the final time, it is Dale Riley Jr. just in front. John Lodge is behind him, and back then in 3rd place you'll find it's James Russell. So move out of turn. Russell's gone wide, and Lodge had a dive on the line but didn't quite get there. Dale Riley Jr. wins by 0.12 of a second from John Lodge. Stephen English, James Russell got thin for...
There's another guy with a big smile on his face. Well done, man.
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, it's been a big trip to get here again. Just like to thank everyone that's involved with the car and car seems to be going really well, so hopefully we can keep it up. There's no better way to start.
Yeah, it's a really good way to start. This place is really round, isn't it? And you don't get a place to have a break.
No, no, there's about 8 turns, I think. No straights, but yeah, no, it should be fun. Tricky little thing, but seemed to have gone all right. So yeah, thanks to all the sponsors again and everyone involved. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So cheers.
Beautiful stuff. Well done. And stationary on the turn number 4.
Oh dear.
That could have been a little disastrous. Everyone a little keen. But we're A-OK, everything's A-OK. The officials quickly onto that. There's no rest of the wicket here. They are charging through these events like Brendan Hoff leads us away. Oh, that was ugly. That was a dog's breakfast, Jason.
It certainly was, and expect the yellow lights shortly to come back on. There they are.
Oh. We are yellow and they're like Dodgem cars on the back straight. Matt Hammond's very fast under yellow at the moment. Well, they're getting a little keen and eager, which is pretty expected. It just looked like the Bundaberg number 93. Well, he's the man that dictates the pace. The Chief Steward said come to the white line together. On that occasion, they were far and away from that.
Scott McDermott's going to be sent to the rear of the field for his inability to start properly, according to the officials.
And, well, that's a little bit better. Mick Dan was very handy on the outside, and he will lead us down the back for the very first time. A little bit racy throughout the field. Hoff going backwards in a hurry as they go either side of him at the moment. But it's Mick Dan from Mark Jennings, who's come from a long way back up into position number 2. Matt Hammond is third at the moment. Mick Clark under attack for Throckmorton. We'll get that right in a minute. He slips up on the inside and moves into position number 4. Switches back, though he runs high. Mick Clark switches back to the bottom, and now he sets his side on Matt Hammond. They're all searching for the fastest way around. Mick Dan runs a little high that time. You can see him really on the wheel up into the moment, but the former national champion Jennings is coming, and an FG Falcon tips it in into turn number 4. Past the towel they go. Dan and Jennings, the battle starts to build at the front of heat race number 6. Jennings probably a little loose for his likings at the moment. Mick Dan just drives off the corner a little better at the moment. Got a little bit more forward drive in the DIY Auto Parts number 1. A couple of, 6 or so car lengths back to the Raztec number 10 of Matt Hammond. As Jennings slips up at the inside of Dan, now they're side by side for the lead. Dan up on the cushion, but Jennings too good and moves through into the lead.
Yes, so Jennings leads as we get near the halfway mark. He was quick yesterday in practice. We had no idea how quick though, because he had no transponder running, but we can see how quick he is. He leads comfortably now as they head down past us at the halfway mark. 6 down and 6 to go. It's Mark Jennings, started out of 8. He leads this one comfortably from Dan. Matt Hammond from Tasmania in 3rd place. Back then to Michael Clark, Ricky Throckmorton. Back to Scott McDermott, Brendan Hoff, and Scott Bull didn't take the green. So moved down past us once again. It's the 1995 champion Mark Jennings out in front. 2nd place is Mick Dan, who is in 2nd place and finished 2nd in this event several times. And will be looking for a good result here tonight because he didn't have a very good result last year. Had a horror run in last year's national title, but he's having a good one here. So go past Hoff. Good battle for the minor placings. Hammond, Clark and Throckmorton. Tasmanian and a couple of Victorians in the battle for 3rd place. As our race leader gets a lap car between himself and the 2nd place car of Mick Dan. So come up with 3 to go. Jennings, Dan and Trouble.
Yeah, Ricky, well, he got up into the side of Matt Hammond. They were bumping panels down the back straight there, and he had the biggest tank slap of the national champion thus far, and how he kept that off the concrete, I'm not sure. But the end result is he spun back down out of the road, and he sits in front of the high-tech concrete sign.
There we go with the restart away. And Mick Dan didn't allow John Lodge an inch there, so head down into the western corner. First time on the restart. And it's Mark Jennings who leads Mick Dan, and he didn't die wondering on the start, but Jennings is able to hold the lead. Dan in second place. Back there in third place is Clark. Behind them is the 58 of Ricky Throckmorton. And there's a couple of challengers coming further back in McDermott and also Matt Hammond. So they go through the western corner. Jennings is out in front as they go down past the pits. Dan in second place. Right behind him would be Michael Clark and Ricky Throckmorton. That's the first four. As Hammond goes underneath of the 24 of McDermott. So they come past us. There's 1.5 laps left to go for our race leader. It's Jennings out in front, Dan in second place. They throw the car sideways. They come past us with one to run, and Mick Dan is right up behind Jennings. And Dan's been around a long time, as is Jennings. This will be a ripper last lap. Back in third place, it's Clark and Throckmorton out of the western corner for the last time. And Mark Jennings is going to hang on and prevail, one would suspect. There's the checker flag. Jennings first across the line, Dan second. Third goes the way of the 98 of Michael Clark. Throckmorton fourth. Back in fifth is Lee Gooding, Matt Hammond sixth. And back then to the 93 of Brandon Hoff and Scott McDermott. No time for the races. The race due to the stoppage. The margin was .783. The quick lap was by Mick Dan in second with a 17.981.
It's going to work here. Good looking car seat, full containment seats. Keep these drivers nice and safe. They're a beautiful looking motor car, and good job, mate. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That was a bit of hard work, that one, so it was good to get one under the belt. And my grid draw was an 8, and someone dropped out. That put us up the queue a bit, so we got a bit of luck there, and lucky enough to come home with a win.
Car probably a little loose for what you wanted, so it's nice to be able to have it nice and free, though, to pass a few cars.
Yeah, the car was a bit loose, and tight. The track's going a little way already with the sun being on it, but hopefully if they do something with it between the heats and the sun goes down, we'll get a bit of a racetrack. We can run a couple of wide too.
Absolutely, mate. Well done. We'll let him get back to the...
Away and racing in heat number 6. And it's on for Younganol from the very start. Locke is the leader. Anthony Baird tried to get under Locke early, couldn't do so. The charge is on from the back with Jamie Oldfield already passing 2 or 3 cars, but he's been held up as they come out of the western corner. And leading the first lap through will be that of Jamie Locke. Very hard to see in here via the sun. Back to Gareth Keith, then Ashley Barron, Corey Sandow, John Stowart's there. A huge traffic jam of cars. Jamie Oldfield's got past Megan Forrest, moved up to about 7th place as they come down the main straight as we look directly into the sun here. Our race leader is Jamie Locke. He's holding off the challenge of the national champion Anthony Baird, who does the quick lap of the race. Back to Gareth Keith in 3rd place. 4th place, the 44 of Ashley Barron, then Corey Sandow. Jamie Oldfield goes up around the outside of John Stowart into 6th place. And Oldfield started out at 10, so he's making some progress. Here's a move now as Anthony Baird went to go the upside of the 43 of Jamie Locke. That didn't work. Back in 3rd place is Gareth Keith, then Ashley Barron. The challenges are coming from Corey Sandow and also Jamie Oldfield. Right behind him would be John Stowart, Megan Forrest, Peter Thompson, Mark McGilvray and Kenneth Simpson is last of all.
Well, Jamie Locke, did you see that, Jason?
Yes,
he went straight in the fence.
He hit the fence, lost the lead, bounced off, kept on going, but unfortunately, it's one thing to lose the lead, but when you lose it to Anthony Baird, it is almost disaster. He won't be caught now, one would suspect, as Anthony Baird drives away. Jamie Locke in 2nd place. 3rd place, the 44 of Barron. Jamie Oldfield driving some sort of a race is up to 4th place. Back in 5th place is the 22 car of Corey Sandow. Then back to John Stowart.
Oldfield's popped the tyre.
Yeah, Oldfield's flattened the tyre up in the western corner, and his good run has come to an end. He'll be OUT out, as is the 93 of the 53 of Gareth Keith, as they head down the back straight once again. 6 down and 6 to go. So Oldfield's gone. He'll go onto the infield, and his race is run as they move out of turn 4 and down the main straight. Our race leader is Anthony Baird, driving down on the curb. Jamie Locke in 2nd place is giving great chase. 3rd place is the 44 car of Ashley Barron. On the outside is Corey Sandow, the 26. The red and the black cars going hammer and tongs through the western corner, and Sandow is on the outside. A gap back then to Peter Thompson. He's made his way to 5th. We've got 4 laps to go, so expect a restart next time around, because that's what they've been happening on lap number 9. It's Bear out in front from Jamie Locke. Third place, the 44 of Ashley Barron, then Corey Sandow. Fifth place, the 99 of Peter Thompson, then John Stowart in 6th. Here comes the leaders once again. We're on lap number 9 complete. 3 to go. Locke in 2nd place. Then we've got Ashley Barron in 3rd. On the outside, then back to the 26 in 4th is Corey Sandow. Peter Thompson in 5th place, and then the 64 is next of John Stowart. Megan Forrest is running in about 7th place, and then Mark McGilvray. 2 laps to go as they come up on lap cars now as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Anthony Bear is your race leader as he tries to get underneath of Kenneth Simpson. He does so up in the western corner. 1.5 laps left to go. Still Sandow and Barron fighting out 3rd and 4th. Corey Sandow out on the outside in the western corner, and Peter Thompson right there with them. The white flag has been and gone for our race leader though. Here's the battle for the minor placings. Barron down low, Sandow is out off the curb, and Peter Thompson there as well, and Sandow for about the 5th lap in a row. Looks to the outside, it didn't work, and Peter Thompson might be the big benefactor, but there's the checkered flag. First across the line, Anthony Bear. Second is Jamie Locke. The battle for the minors is on in earnest. They come across the line. It's Barron, Thompson and Sandow in that order. Back then to John Stowart, Megan Forrest, Mark McGilvray, Kenneth Simpson.
Well, maybe 3 in a row. Who knows? I'm sure he's not thinking about that. He's just thinking about the 36 points he just got. Well done.
Yeah, we got lucky then, I think. Lockie was definitely better than this and grabbed that rut out of 4, so it was a good thing to grab that. And Jamie O was in there and was hurt. He had to pull in with a flat, I think. That certainly helped, so took a little bit of pressure off.
Absolutely. How's the rest of your grid draws for the rest of the night?
Yeah, I think honestly this is probably the best draws I've seen for everybody. There's no outstanding person who's had the best. It's pretty fair. Everyone's got loaded heats and everyone's got a pretty average heat, so that's a bonus and a really good thing. So the best man should win.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Our defending national champion, Anthony Bear.
I've been making up for 6 races as the green lights come on. They're away and racing. And the 49 leads them as they come past us in the final qualifying heat of the first round. Reese Heinrich from South Australia leader. They're 3 wide as they go down the back straight. There's a couple of big cannons in that. Craig Buchanan. Oh! Craig Buchanan has gone a big one. Massive roll in the western corner. A massive crash. So it's not Craig Buchanan. I think it'll be Moss Buchanan who's tumbled over.
Yeah, it certainly is, Jason. Well, that's not really stole now, though, but oh, good news. Out of the car, folks. He's just climbing out now. How about a round of applause for our South Australian Moss Buchanan? A big moment. Heat race number 7.
With a complete restart in heat number 7. They're away. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, whether you're here at the track or at home watching. Here's the first big move, Travis Hutchison in car number 7. It's immaculate as he moves up on the outside, 3 wide into the western corner. He's starting to round them up, is Hutchie from position number 10 and making some great progress. Around Buchanan he comes, splits between a couple more and moves into 5th place after the first lap, which is being led by Reese Heinrich. Matthew Storer was in 2nd place. It's now Nathan Barbour, and moving into 3rd is Stevie G. But watch out for car number 7, Travis Hutchison, who's up behind Storer in 5th place. Now back to Buchanan in 6th as we've completed lap number 2. It's Reese Heinrich out in front from Barbour. Gartner, Storer and Hutchison is up on the high side as the yellow lights have come on. We'll go down an octave. We've got Jonathan Crown around in car number 82. Hadn't all completed the 2nd lap, so we've only done 1. We're back underway, but I don't think it'll be long before the status quo returns. Out in front, it's Reese Heinrich from Matthew Storer. Nathan Barbour in 3rd place. Here comes Stephen Gartner, and Travis Hutchison is under pressure this time from Craig Buchanan from South Australia. Back then to Dylan Jarman, Ben Langton and Roger Langley. Past us, 2 down and 10 to go. Down the back straight in front of the big crowd in the pit area. It's Heinrich in front. Matthew Storer got a bit crossed up. Watch removed to come on the outside, and here it comes right on cue. Thank you very much. Gartner's there, and also right with him is Nathan Barbour. They come across the line, three of them locked together and looking for a way through is Travis Hutchison. Craig Buchanan has been joined by Dylan Jarman, back then to Ben Langton. And our race leader skips away. Second place spins in front of the field. That's handy. They've all missed him. Matthew Storer is around.
Yeah, well, he was looking, the car was really free, and when I talk about that, it was really loose across through the middle on that black stuff where he was running. You saw
Hey, at least people are watching.
That's right.
9 to go. Reese Heinrich still out in front from Stephen Gartner, Nathan Barbour and Travis Hutchison. Seems a fair while ago he was doing the big daring moves on the outside. Right there with them is Craig Buchanan, back to Dylan Jarman in the blue car in 6th place. As they come down the main straight, and out in front Reese Heinrich has a small lead. It's a car length over Stephen Gartner, or 0.537 to be exact. Barbour in 3rd, then Travis Hutchison, and also Craig Buchanan back to Dylan Jarman, who leads the second group of cars. Ben Langton, Roger Langley and Matthew Storer and Jonathan Crown. So it's a race in 5, and out in front with 5 down and 7 to go, it's Reese Heinrich. Gartner second, Barbour is out off the curb. Maybe to sneak up the inside is Travis Hutchison, not on this occasion. And right behind Hutchison would be Craig Buchanan. Those 5 have skipped right away from the second half of the field, headed up by Ben Langton. So we're past the halfway mark, 6 down, 6 to go. Heinrich, Gartner, Barbour. Barbour still has the 7 car right on his back bumper. And for the moment they're disposed of Craig Buchanan by a couple of car lengths as they move into the main straight once again. And our race leader will have some 5 laps to negotiate. Stephen Gartner hasn't gone away. It's Reese Heinrich by a couple of car lengths. A couple of car lengths back in 3rd is Nathan Barbour, and then a couple back to Travis Hutchison. The same margin back to Buchanan. Down the main straight they come. 4 to go in heat number 7 of the SRE National Street Stock title here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway. You're watching on Speedway Sedans live, courtesy of Speedway Sedans Australia and Ash Media Speedway footage. I've got all of that in because the yellow lights have had to come on because we've got 2 cars that have spun in 2 separate incidents over on the main straight exiting turn number 4. Them into the main straight. Pass starts with Stephen Gartner right on his back bumper. Nathan Barbour is there as well, and Travis Hutchison and Buchanan. Back in 6th place is Ben Langton, then back to Dylan Jarman out of the western corner, and Barbour is fighting back on Stephen Gartner. So when you thought Gartner was fighting for the lead with Reese Heinrich, well, Gartner's got other things to worry about because he's just lost 2nd place to Nathan Barbour. He might lose 3rd place in a moment because here comes Travis Hutchison. They're all over Gartner like a rash as they go into the western corner. They'll come up with 3 and a bit to go. 3 to go this time past us. Out in front it is car number 49, Reese Heinrich. Back in 2nd place is Barbour. Hutchie's gone into 3rd place. On the outside of him is Stephen Gartner and Craig Buchanan. And again these 5 are split right away from Langton and Jarman, and back into Storer as they come out of the western corner. Down the main straight there'll be 2 to go past us this time around. In the 1st place it's still the 49 of Reese Heinrich, then the Queenslanders Nathan Barbour and Travis Hutchison. Back then to 2 South Australians. Craig Buchanan has gone to 4th, and Gartner's gone back to 5th place. Back in 6th place Ben Langton, then Dylan Jarman, Matthew Storer, Jonathan Crown and Roger Langley. 1 lap to go in heat number 7 of the national title, and can we get a Queensland victory? Nathan Barbour up behind Reese Heinrich. Back in 3rd place is Travis Hutchison, then Craig Buchanan, Steve Gartner is 5th, and a long way back then in 6th place is Ben Langton. Down the main straight they come the final time, and it's going to be Reese Heinrich who wins, but only just. 2nd place Nathan Barbour, Travis Hutchison 3rd. 4th place goes the way of Craig Buchanan. Steve Gartner's got a nailing car, but he's got home. 6th place Ben Langton, Matthew Storer. After Matthew Storer, Dylan Jarman.
Hey, good job, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. It was a totally different track to yesterday in practice, but no, I knew Stevie would be. I seen him start at the back, and I knew he'd be up behind me in no time, and just had to hug the pole line and get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the fast place to be at the moment. I'm sure it's going to change over the night, but big job to come all the way up here. It takes a lot of effort, especially this time of year.
Yeah, no, huge effort. Been pretty busy lately with work and that kind of thing, and I wasn't actually coming. I've been lucky enough to one of my sponsors, Tank and Drain,
they've given me the lift up here, and all I had to do was bring the car. So yeah, no, I'm cheering, and just like to thank all the family at home. You know, we couldn't bring them all, unfortunately, so they're all at home watching, and yeah, thanks heaps to all them, all the sponsors, Razzie, Squiggles, Suspension, and it's just the list goes on. So I can't thank enough people.
And we're back down to your neck of the woods next year for the National Championship. Though, a bit of a party tonight, though, down in South Australia, eh? New Year's Eve party?
Yeah, I reckon there would be, yeah. No, it's only a couple of hours for us, so it's good. We don't run there enough, so we'll have to get some practice in. So looking forward to it.
Beautiful stuff. Well done. Our winner of heat race number 7.
To stand by and watch. He's got 8 laps. Let's see what he can do from the back. Braden Pacey versus Robert Hardy off the front row. In fact, it's Wayne Donaldson off the front row, but Robert Hardy, it is, who skips away and is the lead car as they go through the western corner for the first time. The field packed up behind him. 1 lap down on the journey as Clinton Hansey goes into position number 2. Under 1 lap to go. 53 is going to lose it, coming off the back straight away, and Robert Hardy just throws away the lead. So does Hansey. So they're dropping like flies out the front. Have a look who's in position number 4. Working his way through. Can he do it? Car number 8 out the front, Wayne Donaldson. Chasing him is Brad Dawson. 3rd place, Perry Lehrenfeldt. He's got 2 more, and he's going to take home some extra prize money. He's got 1 more. From the back of the pack. Heads down past the pit gate. Wayne Donaldson is still the race leader. Terry Lehrenfeldt in hot pursuit, and in 3rd place is Brad Dawson. That's the way they put another lap down on the journey. Can Wayne Donaldson hold him at bay? Terry Lehrenfeldt still chasing hard. Brad Dawson's got him lining up behind him. Hansey's one of them. Clinton Hansey trying to get back towards the front of the field. Another lap down on the journey. Car number 08 of Wayne Donaldson. He's done it. In 4 or 5 laps, he's come from the back, and he's going home with a big bonus. Terry Lehrenfeldt. To the better of Wayne Donaldson. Next one through there would be Brad Dawson. As they go round the western corner again, Clinton Hansey still trying desperately to get up and get involved in this. Brendan Tucker is the other one tucked in there as well. Car 63 still wants a bit of the action as well, and that's Will Butler. But right now, again, it's by how far. Perry Lehrenfeldt takes the checkered flag from Wayne Donaldson. Next one home would have been Brendan Tucker in front of car number 48, Brad Dawson. Wow, there you go, folks.
Heat number 8, all about set to go. The second round of action in the National Street Stock title for SRE is underway, and Troy Langley leads them down the main straight the first time up into the western corner as the track lights start to take effect here in Queensland at 6:49 local time, and it's Langley out in front. But here come the challengers, and there's a very quick challenge coming on the inside by Jamie Locke. It's still Langley in front from Locke. Back to Morris Ahern in 3rd place. Back then to Evan Wakefield, Corey Sandow and Murray Batley. That's the first half dozen. Jamie Locke gets underneath of Troy Langley up there in the western corner and takes the lead. Morris Ahern in 3rd place. Well, one car gets off line there further back. That was Batley in car 31. Drops back a few spots, but it's Locke out in front from Langley, Ahern, Wakefield, Corey Sandow, John Stoward, then back to Batley, McGilvray, Andrew Norton from Broome in Western Australia, and Kenneth Simpson. It's a race in 5, but out in front, Jamie Locke holds the advantage as they come past us to complete lap number 3. He's half track high, so too is Langley, and going underneath is Morris Ahern in car number 34. As they head up into the western corner, it's Locke out in front, Ahern in 2nd place, Langley on the outside. Behind them is Evan Wakefield from Kalgoorlie in WA. 5th place is Corey Sandow, and they're all locked together as they come past us with 4 down and 8 to go. It's Jamie Locke, Morris Ahern, Langley, Wakefield and Sandow. Up into the western corner once again. Jamie Locke leads this one. Second place, Morris Ahern. Langley in third. Fourth place is still that of Wakefield. Fifth place, still that of Corey Sandow as they come past us once again. As they go down the back straight, our race leader is Jamie Locke, just ahead of, he's ahead of Morris Ahern, who's just ahead of Troy Langley, Evan Wakefield, and then Corey Sandow. John Stoward back in sixth place. Back then to Mark McGilvray, Murray Batley, Andrew Norton, and back then to Kenneth Simpson at the tail. Our race leader though, past the halfway mark is Jamie Locke, leads by 1.3 seconds. Can Morris Ahern mow him down? Oh, there's one gone. Andrew Norton has spun up there in the western corner. Batley missed him. The race continues. The green lights remain on. And it's Jamie Locke out in front. Morris Ahern in second place. The battles for fourth and fifth behind Troy Langley. It's behind Evan Wakefield. It's Langley and Sandow. As they move down into the western corner, Jamie Locke out in front. Morris Ahern in second. Back then to Evan Wakefield in third place. Corey Sandow, Troy Langley. A gap further back to John Stoward and Mark McGilvray. The laps ticking by. Sandow does the quick lap of the race. 3 laps to go. The margin has been constant throughout. Locke still in front. Ahern in second. The kitchen sink at him in third. Back in fourth place, it's Corey Sandow. 2 to go. Fifth place is Troy Langley, then John Stoward. Up into the western corner they go once again. Into the back straight. It's Jamie Locke out in front from Morris Ahern. Back in third place is Evan Wakefield, then Corey Sandow. So they've got 1 to go. Out of the main straight they go. Up into the western corner. Jamie Locke still leads Morris Ahern, who made a hash of the main straight and now has to contend with Evan Wakefield and Corey Sandow in the last half lap. Out of turn 4, Jamie Locke is going to win under a couple of lap cars. Second place will go the way of Morris Ahern. Third place, Evan Wakefield and Corey Sandow. A gap back in fifth place is going to be the 25 of Mark McGilvray. And a long way back then will be probably Murray Batley or Andrew Norton. In fact, it's Andrew Norton who will be next across the line, followed by Kenneth Simpson, then John Stoward, and Murray Batley stopped on
He's a little buggy. Don't get much rest out there, man.
Yeah, no, she was pretty quick between heats, but thank God we didn't wreck nothing when we bounced off the wall in the first heat. Car's not the best, but it's pretty good. We'll work on it.
Yeah, just tune her up and keep fiddling away at it, but yeah, it's a tough sort of deal, isn't it? You're absolutely working. There's a lot of work going on in the cabin here every second of a heat race.
Yeah, it is at the moment. It's pretty full on. There's a few ruts that I'm struggling with at the moment. Normally I like the holes, but I don't know, just probably the track, not used to it. It's not really a normal racetrack, I'd say, but no, it's all right. We're working with it. We'll get around it. So.
Absolutely, well done to Jamie Locke.
Of the national title for SRE, we are go. Down into turn number 1, 88 and 47, Nathan Barbour and Craig Buchanan go at it, hammer and tongs, down the back straight the first time. Cherie Barron is there and also Ben Langton. Draw trouble here. We've got a pile up.
Yeah, we certainly do. Ben Langton got sideways and a couple of the others had nowhere to go. Langley was caught up into that. Stephen English as well, but he's driven away since then. Mick Dan in the Victoria number 5 and Alex Doblo. Here we go in heat race.
Yes, we're back underway. Into turn number 1 we go. And Buchanan and Barbour are still side by side, as is Langton and Barron. Up into the western corner. Now they're Indian file. Barbour leads Buchanan. Third place is Barron ahead of Langton. There's a challenge down the inside by Mick Dan ahead of Roger Langley. Josie Thompson in that group as well, along with Cherie Barron. as we get ourselves through a couple of laps. Our race leader is Nathan Barbour in car number 88. Second place is Craig Buchanan, then Ashley Barron. Langton, Dan, Thompson, Langley, Cherie Barron. Stephen English has got a lot of work to do. He's back in second last. He's up on the outside of Cherie Barron at the moment. That's the Queensland champion. He's got a lot of Kingaroy Speedway between he and the leader, which is Nathan Barbour. Second place, Craig Buchanan, then Ashley Barron. Fourth place is Ben Langton, then Mick Dan. Back to Josie Thompson. Also there Roger Langley and Stephen English. So they come back down the main straight. It's a racing two at the moment. Showing a lot of car speed is the 47 of Craig Buchanan. Nathan Barbour, the leader from Craig Buchanan from South Australia. Can we get a Queensland victory? They've been few and far between. In fact, have we even had one at this stage? The answer to that question is no. As they move down the main straight, Nathan Barbour is the race leader. Maybe the first victory for a Queenslander in the national title. Back to Craig Buchanan in second. Whoop, they're up and over the curb here. Langley went underneath of Mick Dan. Dan back into fourth place. Third place is Ashley Barron. They start to spread themselves out. Our race leader at the halfway mark is Nathan Barbour in 88. Back in second is Craig Buchanan. Ashley Barron, Mick Dan. Then back to Ben Langton, Josie Thompson, Stephen English, Roger Langley and Cherie Barron. Our race leader though is Nathan Barbour with 5 laps to go. Well clear of the 47 of Craig Buchanan. Back to Barron in third, Mick Dan fourth. So Dan right up behind Barron. So they go up into the western corner. Dan looking for an outside run there on Ashley Barron as they level up into the main straight. Our leader has 4 to go. Nathan Barbour driving away with this one. Mick Dan has the front left-hand wheel off the ground as he comes up around the outside of Ashley Barron. Moves into third place now. Back then to Ben Langton. Stephen English is up to 6th, but he's 3/4 of a lap behind our race leader, car number 88, Nathan Barbour, has got 3 to go. And should he succeed, he'll be the first Queenslander home in a heat of the national title. Craig Buchanan going great guns in second place in 47. Mick Dan third, Ashley Barron fourth. Back to Ben Langton, Stephen English on his back bumper. That's for 5th and 6th. But Nathan Barbour is home and hosed. He's got 2 to go. Nathan Barbour out in front. Craig Buchanan, then Dan in third. A gap back to Ashley Barron. Stephen English has made his way into 5th ahead of Ben Langton. As they move down into the main straight with 1 to go. 88 is out in front. Second place is Buchanan, Dan, Barron, English. Then back to Langton. That is probably the way they're going to finish. But come on, Kingaroy, put your hands together for him. The first Queenslander home in the national title so far. It took to heat number 9, but Nathan Barbour is first home. Craig Buchanan is second. McDan is third. Fourth place is going to go the way of Ashley Barron. Stephen English is in some sort of distress. He's trying to go wide and he does hang on to 5th. Just ahead of Ben Langton, Cherie Barron, Josie Thompson and Roger Langley. 3 minutes 50.
Look at the smile on this kid's face. Well done, Nathan. Good job.
Oh, it's great to do that in front of a home crowd, especially the Australian title. There's some tough competitors out here, and we've worked so hard on this car and trying to get it on song, and finally, Australian title for a win. That's pretty good. I just want to thank all my sponsors: South Burnett Transport, Kingaroy Equipment Sales, Mac Graphics, and South Burnett Windscreens, and Mum and Dad and the girlfriend. That's unbelievable, eh?
Oh, very good. And let's be honest, you got to make them count when you start on the front row, don't you? You have to get the job done.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now I just got to do it from the back now.
Oh, easy, elbows up. Well done. How about it, Kingaroy? Makes it
a start. So let's get going. Go, we're racing. 66 it is who jumps into the race lead, and that's Sean Butcher. Let's follow the progress of Terry Lehrenfeldt. Can he run him down from back there? Sean Butcher is trying desperately to get home in front. Sean Butcher is the race leader, going very well. There's Brendan Tucker. Back then behind them we go to car 63 it is, and that's Will Butler. our race leader in the first 2 hits, has just about caught up to the rest of the field, giving himself a very hard task, because right now Sean Butcher knows that car number 1 will be tracking him down, but car 66 is absolutely flying on the wet racetrack. Doing a great job is Brendan Tucker back there in 2. Next one back behind him is Will Butler. Still chasing hard from a long way back is Terry Lehrenfeldt as they put another one down on the journey, but it's all Sean Butcher. Can he keep it pointing in the right direction? Bit of a challenge here for position number 3. Coming up into contention is Robert Hardy in the 53 car. They put another one down, and maybe too much for Terry this time, giving them that start as well. But right now, Sean Butcher is the race leader and doing a great job out the front and keeping it on the straight and narrow. Chasing hard is Brendan Tucker. We go back then to the 53 car of Robert Hardy, and they look like they're set for that finish as the white flag comes out. So we've made it just too hard for the Australian champion this time. Good for him though to have a go. Sean Butcher is on his final lap as he goes through the western corner. The checkered flag will be waiting for him down the main straightaway, and Sean Butcher takes out heat number 3 to the better of Brendan Tucker. Back then we go to Robert Hardy in front of Sean Rose.
That's the word from the officials as we get this one underway. -3 starters, only 8 of them in it. Can you believe it? We've lost 3 from this one, but they're away and racing, and Bob Wakefield, the West Australian veteran, is out in front. Can he win from here as they move out of turn 4 the first time? He's under immediate pressure as they head down the back straight, but the veteran driver is doing a great job as they move down the main straight. 1 down and 11 to go. Second place, Jason DeGoldie, then Darren Giacometti in third, the 2 Victorians. Well, Bob Wakefield's been passed by everybody. Something's gone wrong with the 38 car. Put the commentator's curse on him. The yellow lights have come on. And it was going gangbusters for the first. Here's the restart coming up. 1 down, 11 to go. Heat 10 of the national title for SRE. It's Darren Giacometti who leads them as they head out of the main straight the first time on the restart. And there's only half a dozen of them to the left. Jason DeGoldie is also on the infield, so big dramas in heat number 10 for Bob Wakefield and Jason DeGoldie, leaving Darren Giacometti out in front. Second place is Riley Haynes. Oh, trouble right here in front of us. 777 did a 360, and it's not going to go. Oh, he did get it going. I think he was playing chicken with the chief steward and it didn't work. The green lights remained on and they're spread out like Brown's cows. The first time I've been able to use that one this weekend. It's Giacometti from Haynes. Back in third place, Anthony Buchanan, Michelle Barbour, Jonathan Crown. And back in 6th place is Brad Mendez. And unless we get a restart, this could very well be the way they're finished. They're spread out to all over the racetrack at the moment. Giacometti has done 4, has got 8 to go. He leads by 3.5 seconds over Riley Haynes. Third is Anthony Buchanan. Michelle Barbour and Jonathan Crown, they're the only 2 remotely close to each other. And back then to 777, Brad Mendez. 3 cars didn't start in this race. Scott Bill, Dylan Jarman and Ian Hardsman. Yellow lights have come on. The yellows have come on. Jonathan Crown has spun and has brought some interest back into the race. Thanks, Jonathan.
Good job. That was on cue.
It's Darren Giacometti who'll lead this one around. Riley Haynes in second. The green lights come on. They're away. Back in third place is Anthony Buchanan, Michelle Barbour, Jonathan Crown and Brad Mendez. They're the half dozen still out there. It's Indian File. There goes another one. Another one bites the dust up there in the western corner. It's Riley Haynes. And is he going to sit there? He is going to sit there. The yellow lights come on. Take with Jason DeGoldie.
Yeah, Jason, not the way it's supposed to go. What's happened to the 27?
It looks like the front wheels jammed me firewall up. I can't push the clutch or the throttle down, so it's trying to do 4 grand without me touching anything. Yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah, not really pretty. Hard luck, mate. Bit of a shame. And Bobby Wakefield over here, probably not in the best of moods. A little bit of work under the bonnet here. What a performance by this guy. 19 national championships. And great supporter of the division, Jason. You've obviously seen him do plenty. We'll try to grab a quick chat if we've got time. Bob, what's the problem with the car, man?
It just won't start. It's got power there, but it won't fire.
That's no good at all. All right, well, that's...
I'll either talk to you shortly with another dropout, or we'll be back after these final 8 laps. We've only got 4 down. Giacometti still out in front from Anthony Buchanan, Michelle Barbour, Jonathan Crown and Brad Mendez. It's been a while since we've seen such a little field in a heat race for street stock this early in the night. There's another one gone, and he got hit too on the way round. That's Anthony Buchanan, but he kept the car mobile. And the car that hit him was Jonathan Crown. He's in 4th place, and he's got the front end's gone down on that one as well. Oh, we've got a battle for 2nd place, thank goodness for that. Michelle Barbour and Brad Mendez side by side for 2nd place. Darren Giacometti is almost back in Gympie, he's that far in front. Back in 2nd place, I've got the local terminology down. Back to Mendez and Barbour, they're 2nd and 3rd. Jonathan Crown is 4th, and in 5th place it's car number 2, Anthony Buchanan. After his mistake, he's heading back towards the scene of the crime of quite a few spins up there in the western corner. Still 5 laps to go for our race leader. Darren Giacometti from Brad Mendez, Michelle Barbour, Jonathan Crown, and back then to Anthony Buchanan. They're spread out like the proverbial Browns cows at the moment in this one. So the race leader is Darren Giacometti. He's still got 4 laps to negotiate. Anything could happen from here. Brad Mendez went to the rear of the field earlier on in this race, finds himself back in 2nd place at the moment. He's the best part of 3.612 seconds behind our race leader Darren Giacometti, who's got some 3 laps to go. If you've just walked into the showgrounds, well, you'd be going, what are they doing hot laps in the middle of the night for? There's 5 of them out there. This is a heat race for national title. Giacometti is doing his best not to win it.
Wow.
It was almost a win it moment there, as he's got 2 to go. 2nd place is Brad Mendez. He lost 0.8 of a second there. Back in 3rd place is Michelle Barbour. Jonathan Crown has been passed by Anthony Buchanan. I missed that one. Here's the white flag, 1 to go. Darren Giacometti leading. It's hard to describe. Heat number 10 as they head down the back straight. The last time he's out of the western corner, it's Darren Giacometti well clear, and he's just got to negotiate this final turn. He's half track high, he's home and hose. Checker flag is out, Darren Giacometti wins. Brad Mendez will be 2nd, Michelle Barbour will be 3rd, Anthony Buchanan should finish 4th, and Jonathan Crown will finish 5th. Riley Haynes didn't finish, Bob Wakefield didn't finish, Jason DeGoldie didn't finish, and on top of that, Dylan Chum and Scott Paul.
And Stroll, good job. That was pretty easy.
Oh, I don't know about that. I wasn't going to move off the pole till later in the race. I was under strict orders not to get off it, but it's starting to come good up top, so it should be good.
Absolutely. I was actually looking at the race there, and when you did move up in the later part of the race, you actually looked a little bit faster and probably surprised everyone hanging over the pit fence, actually.
Yeah, well, as I said, I had strict instructions not to go there, but it just looks so good.
Absolutely, mate. Well done, and a good win. Few people you probably need to thank.
Yeah, my family, Liz and Bill, for making a long trip up here. It wasn't easy. Scooters Metal Fab, they do all the bar work and that on the cars. Yeah, that's about it.
Beautiful stuff. Well done. Our winner.
Thanks, Rhino. We go from a field of 5 to a field of 10, a full field as the green lights come on. Away in heat number 11 of the national title for SRE, and they're side by side, Jack Stead and Brad McClure up into the western corner. Matt Nelson there in 3rd place, and there's challengers coming from everywhere, and Jack Stead is out in front in car number 10, McClure in 2nd place. coming underneath of the 61 and Matt Nelson is Scott McDermott. Darren Forrest is also there. What a great old start to heat number 11 of the Street Stock National title. There's 3 rows of 2, and 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. You can throw a T-tail over. Jack Stead hasn't given up without a fight. On the outside, Brad McClure takes the lead. 3rd place is McDermott. Nelson's there, so too is Dale Riley Jr. and also Darren Forrest. You can look anywhere for some action in this one. Behind that quartet of drivers is Matthew Storer. Back then to David Barbour, Dion Wood and Michael Freeman. Into the main straight comes the 3 times national champion in Brad McClure. Jack Stead in 2nd place. Scott McDermott, then Dale Riley Jr. Matt Nelson's in that lead group. And also there is Darren Forrest in car number 41. Nelson coming back underneath of Dale Riley Jr., who's going on the outside now of Scott McDermott as they come down the main straight once again. McDermott hugging the low line. Nelson, it was Nelson trying the outside, now the inside. Forrest in 41 right there with him. Forrest is going upstairs on the outside of Nelson. Our race leader though is Brad McClure. He skipped away, split the scene.
Oh,
the trouble.
Matt Nelson has turned the wrong way and headbutted, literally, or the bumper, with the Victoria 61. Darren Forrest was involved in that. All I saw was Nelson turn violently right and he has stoved her in under the light tower on the main straight, turn 64 at the venue.
Up to the cone they come. There's the green one. They're away and racing. McClure leads them out of turn number 1 and 2. The challengers are already coming thick and fast. Jack Stead in 2nd place. Dale Riley Jr. high on the track. Out of the western corner, low down is Scott McDermott. Behind Scott McDermott is Matt Nelson and Darren Forrest. In fact, it's Darren Forrest and the 23 Matthew Storer. Matt Nelson starting to make his way back through the field. He's past 1, but his bonnet's also flapping in the breeze on car number 61. The sticky tape can only do so much. McClure out in front. Jack Stead in 2nd place. Dale Riley Jr., Scott McDermott, Darren Forrest and Matthew Storer are very close neighbours at the moment for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Here comes Darren Forrest on the outside. That didn't quite work. Matthew Storer comes underneath. We're past the halfway mark, 5 to go. And they're using all sorts of parts of the racetrack. And the yellows have come on again. I think it might be some debris. Yeah, we've got a bumper on the track. And also, Rhino, you're much closer than I am to the 61 car, but it looks a mess.
It's pretty awful.
Thanks, Rhino. 6 down and 6 to go. So that's something to look forward to in a couple of races' time. But it's Brad McClure who leads Jack Stead and Dale Riley Jr. Scott McDermott right there with Dale Riley Jr. And Darren Forrest, who's been there or thereabouts all the way through this one. Again, Dale Riley Jr. is off the curb looking for an outside move on Jack Stead. It doesn't pay off. And while he's out there, underneath comes Scott McDermott in the 24. It's McClure, Stead, Dale Riley Jr., Scott McDermott, Darren Forrest, David Barbour and Matthew Storer's there as well. Dion Wood and Michael Freeman. Not much separating the mid-pack of the field here. There's plenty of action. One's gone. Oh, that was close. That was Scott McDermott who went offline, and Barbour and Storer somehow missed him. But out in front, it's still the New South Wales champion Brad McClure, the 3-time winner of this event, out in front, and he's 2 times in a row been the runner-up in the last 2. And if you weren't at the last one, he lost by .019 in an absolute thriller. In fact, a photo. As they move down the back straight, it's Brad McClure out in front. Jack Stead still in 2nd. Darren Forrest finds his way into 3rd. Barbour, meantime, is in the fence over there in turn number 2. The green lights remain on, and McClure has 2 laps to go. The yellows have come on as Barbour didn't get off the track and was, I think, half thinking about going to the infield and didn't. The officials have chucked on the yellows, so it'll be a 3-lap restart. Incidentally, that restart was on lap number 9. That's the 5th occasion tonight. The green lights are back on with 3 to go. McClure still leads Jack Stead, Dale Riley Jr. and Darren Forrest as they head down the back straight once again. in heat number 11 at the national title for SRE here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway, and our race leader has 2 to go now. Brad McClure clears away. Jack Stead is under all sorts of pressure. Darren Forrest is right behind Dale Riley Jr. Those two are both trying to get past Stead as well. So head down the back. David Barbour is there in 5th. Scott McDermott 6th. White flag coming out this time around. There's 1 to go. And this is a good start for Brad McClure in the national title. Here come the challengers. They've got a lap to go. They've seen the white flag. There's a great old battle for 5th and backwards as well. They're all over the place for the minor placings. It's going to be Brad McClure the winner. There's all sorts of shandangles at the back of the field. You don't know where to look either for 2nd, 3rd or 4th. Here's the challenge. Here's the charge. Stead on the outside. Dale Riley Jr. doesn't get him. Almost clobbers the wall in the process. 4th is Forrest. Matthew Storr 5th. Scott McDermott.
We got the big thumbs up from this guy. Look at that, was class, mate. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. Track's a little bit challenging. The pole line seems to be the way at the moment. Wasn't game enough to go high in case they opened the door, but it is what it is, and I think it'll widen out as the night goes on now with the night air. Look, while I got the opportunity, to thank all the sponsors to make this possible: Fun City, Raztec, Smooth Suspension, Highline Raceway, all the guys back home, Express Batteries, Trans Gears and Diffs, the list goes on and on. Crew, Tamika, cousin John, mum and dad are here as well, and the family, so look, it's a family deal and we all enjoy it, so it's good.
Absolutely, mate, and 72 points, that's what it's all about. That's how you start a national championship.
Oh, absolutely. The next heat, we're up the back and we've got some hard hitters in front of us, so it's good to bank the points now, and we don't have to do anything stupid to try to get through in the next one, and I think we've got an easier one tomorrow that's going to be a bit easier than the third one, so 72 points is good. We're happy with that. Don't have to do anything stupid in the next one.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, Brad McClure, our winner. Up right now.
Yes, that is exactly correct. You're right on the ball there, Rhino. That's exactly what's happened as the green lights come on. And we're away in heat number 12 of tonight. Oh, there's a traffic jam. All sorts of issues. And it ends up in the fence with 2 of them. Peter Thompson is one of those in 99. They were both able to drive away. So one is Peter Thompson and the other to go green. Wayne Racing. Oh dear, we're back underway. Come back to some SMSs in a moment. We've got heaps of them to get through. Awesome smoke coming out of the 99 car. Plenty of it too. As they go through the western corner, it's getting untidy again. One car's been inconvenienced and has hit the fence. And that could be Robbie Foe. The yellows are on again. Plenty of smoke coming out of 99. Robbie Foe is driving away and coming to the infield.
Can tell you the dredge car snapped the rack.
Australia's Street Stock National title, courtesy of SRE. The green lights come on, and Nigel O'Neill is your leader. Robbie Foe is trying to make his way underneath Stephen Gartner as they head out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Watch out for the green meanie on the outside in the western quarter. Hasn't been beaten in 5 races here at the Kingaroy Showgrounds. Another one's gone. Oh, that was close.
That was close.
The race continues, or does it? He's rolled and stopped.
A bit of research and development mission there for Robbie Foe. He saw Lenny Bates absolutely.
We haven't gone anywhere yet. We're back underway. Nigel O'Neill still in front. It's status quo. Exactly what happened on the last stoppage. Robbie Foe tried to get under Stephen Gartner. That didn't work. And cue the 74 car to the outside. Thank you very much. It makes it look good as he comes up on the outside now of Brett Barron, who is in the substitute car. And we move down the back straight. Here comes Lenny Bates. Up on the outside now of Robbie Foe as they move out of the western corner. Out in front it's still Nigel O'Neill, or it was. Nigel O'Neill has just been passed by Stephen Gartner. Robbie Foe in 3rd, back then in 4th place is 74 of Lenny Bates. 5th place is that of Brett Barron and Jared Peacock. It's a 24-wheel freight train at the moment, nothing separating the top 6. And poor old Brandon Hoff's got his own race going at the tail in the VK Commodore. Into turn number 1 and 2. It's Stephen Gartner by a car length over Nigel O'Neill and Robbie Foe. Still on the outside is Lenny Bates on Brett Barron. And right there with him is Jared Peacock. All of a sudden it's 2 races of 3. And the 4 car of Nigel O'Neill has driven off the curb, and the 11 car, which is actually 16 this weekend, goes underneath O'Neill, fights on the outside in the western corner. Into the main straight they come, 5 down and 7 to go. Our race leader is Stephen Gartner for Robbie Foe. Nigel O'Neill still half track high. Might round them both up shortly as they go into the western corner again. Back to Barron, Lenny Bates and Peacock, and back then to Brandon Huff in car number 93. Down the main track they come, halfway home in heat 12. Took a while to get going, but it's a good one now. Between Gartner and Foe for the lead, and then Barron and Lenny Bates for 4th and 5th place as they head down into the western corner again. And in between that battle, in 3rd place is Nigel O'Neill. 5 laps to go for Stephen Gartner and Robbie Foe. O'Neill back then to Barron. Lenny Bates got a real shunt in the back end there by Peacock as they head down the back straight once again. Lenny Bates has gone offline, and around the outside goes Peacock. They come underneath of Huff as they come into the main straight with 4 to go, and it's Gartner just in front from Robbie Foe. Nigel O'Neill in 3rd place. 4th place is Barron. Back to Peacock and Bates. Down into the western corner they go again. Heat 12 of the National Street Stock title here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway is all in the control of Stephen Gartner at the moment with 3 to go. His lead is 0.9 of a second. Robbie Foe second. Back to Nigel O'Neill. Brett Barron. Back then to the car on the outside of Brett Barron is that of Peacock. Peacock's gone into 4th around Barron. And back then to Bates. And Huff is a lap down. 2 to go this time. Out in front, the 32 of Gartner. The yellow lights have come on. Peacock involved.
Yeah, and the line is running in the middle of the track, and they're the ruts we're talking about at the moment, Jason. And you saw that with Lenny Bates. They just...
Another 3-lap restart. Away again. Steve Gartner just ahead of Robbie Foe. Nigel O'Neill, Brent Barron, Lenny Bates and Jared Peacock. Into the top turn they go. Nothing separating. They'll come up with 2 to go this time around. Out in front is Stephen Gartner, just from Robbie Foe, just from Nigel O'Neill. A couple of car lengths to Brett Barron. Jared Peacock has just done the quick lap of the race, incidentally, as they move into the main straight. White flag, 1 to go. 32 leads to 16. Gartner leading Foe. O'Neill in 3rd. Barron. Peacock around the outside of Lenny Bates and back to Hoff at the tail. They come out of the top turn the final time, and Stephen Gartner looks like he is going to prevail. He does. Stephen Gartner from South Australia first. Robbie Foe, Nigel O'Neill, Brett Barron, Jared Peacock and Lenny Bates.
The wheelman at SA, Stevie G, good job, buddy.
Yeah, no, that was not much fun, but we got the job done.
Yeah, it's pretty boring being catfished down the bottom there. Racetrack's not spectacular at the moment. We'll try to tidy that up there a little. I think the sun got us, but hey, 36 points, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's all we need. A bloody second place in that first one would be nice right about now, but we'll take that. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, mate. Big job. I know you guys were tossing up whether you're even going to come, and you made the trip, so it's good effort.
Yeah, it nearly wasn't going to come, and late nominations, that's last minute thing, and yeah, I thought stuff it, let's do it.
Beautiful stuff. Well, it's good to have him in the house, that's for sure. Stevie G, winner at the Lucas Oil Kingaroy Speedway. No rest for the wicked. We're going to go green in heat race number 13.
Yes, heat race number 13 is all go as they head out of the main straight the first time, and it's on for young and old up into the top turn. The western corner is where we find all the action. They're 2 and 3 wide, and one has gone around further back, and they've all missed him. Will the yellows come on? Not for the moment. Now they do. Hutchie was just in front of John Lodge and Ricky Throckmorton.
Nicely done.
We'll do it again. Penultimate heat of the second. Owen racing in heat 13 of the national title, and it's on for young and old. Oh, they're getting squeezed out. I can tell you there's several cars not on the track there because we're right in line with the straight. On, the leader's gone. Hutchie spun and they've all missed him. And look at the traffic jam for the lead here. Megan Forrest has been besieged as they come out of turn 4 the first time. Matt Hammond from Tasmania is in front. Ricky Throckmorton on the outside. Another one's gone. Megan Ferguson. Not Megan Ferguson. Brooke Ferguson's around.
Brooke. Well. Here's an interesting thing. If one person can go buy a lotto ticket right now, it's the Q7.
There you go. Hope you're enjoying this Kingaroy here at the showgrounds. Plenty of you under the trees down here where the cars are right now. We're underway and Hutchie leads them out of turn 2. Megan Forrest is there, so too is John Lodge, Ricky Throckmorton, Anthony Bear. As a literal traffic jam. Look at the action out of turn 2, out of the western corner and down the back straight. It's Hutchison in front. Another one's gone. That was Matt Hammond, did a 360. There was a little bit of contact. Hammond is going to continue, but he's going to be long last.
Wow.
As they go down the back straight the second time. He's going to have to go for a restart here to keep up with the field. It's Travis Hutchison, John Lodge back in third place. It's Anthony Bear, the defending champion. Megan Forrest in fourth place. On the outside of Megan Forrest, I think would be that of Ricky Throckmorton. It is Brooke Ferguson coming through as well as they head down the main straight and up into the western corner. It's Travis Hutchison in front and Brooke Ferguson back in sixth place has done the quickest lap of the race. Hutchison and Lodge side by side down into the back straight into turn 3 and 4. Lodge in front. Here comes the challenge and Hutchie's been moved out of the way by Anthony Bear. Also coming into the picture is Ricky Throckmorton. Back to Brooke Ferguson in fifth place as they head down out of the western corner. It's John Lodge out in front, down past the pits. Second place is Anthony Bear trying to mow him down. Throckmorton and Hutchie have a hip and shoulder in the middle of the back straight. And back into Ferguson in fifth place. Sixth place is Megan Forrest. They're back to the 53, the next one through Gareth Keith. Matt Hammond is after that as our race leader is still 5 or 6 car lengths in front of Anthony Bear as we have 5 down and 7 to go. But anyone that saw last year's national title, that margin is not enough as they head up the main straight once again. 5.5 laps down. Our race leader is John Lodge from New South Wales. He's the Victorian champion. Second place is Anthony Bear. Well, he almost threw himself out.
Wow.
And he's lost a lot of ground. Yes, indeed. Back in third place is Ricky Throckmorton. A few car lengths back then to Travis Hutchison and Megan Forrest. Back then behind them is Gareth Keith, Stewie Robinson, Matt Hammond and James Russell. But our race leader, I can just about say he's home and hosed. It's John Lodge in front, but it's a brave man to say that when Anthony Bear's the car in second place. Back in third place is still that of Ricky Throckmorton. Fourth is Hutchison. Right there with him is the 19 of Brooke Ferguson. Then back to Matt Hammond. The race leader is not the quickest car on track. The quickest car on track is Anthony Bear. He just did the quick lap of the race in 18.855. This time around he has just done an 18.6. So he's coming again at John Lodge, but maybe he's given him too big a start. 3.5 to go. Third place is Travis Hutchison. Brooke Ferguson is back there in fifth place. Third place is actually John Lodge as they move out of the main. Sorry, Throckmorton's in third place. I just got myself all mixed up. Out in front is John Lodge as they move down the back straight once again. So come up with that 2 to go. John Lodge
is
just about his lead.
Around Jason turn 3 and 4, 1 and 2 on this occasion.
Yellows have come on and Anthony Bear was closing at a rate of knots.
Wow. So Megan Forrest it is over there in the Victoria 14 and Anthony Bear gets what he was after. Jason, here we go.
Set for a restart. Guess when that restart took place, Rhino?
You're kidding.
Yep. Away again. Down into the western corner. John Lodge in front from Anthony Bear. Back in third place is Ricky Throckmorton. Back to Travis Hutchison. And then Brooke Ferguson as they come out of turn 4. Lodge in front from Anthony Bear. Throckmorton Hutchison, Stewie Robinson, Matt Hammond. Anthony Bear doesn't seem to have any answer for John Lodge at the moment.
Now his car's really unsettled as it comes through the bumps in turn 1 and 2 over there. You can see it really prop and get unsettled as he come off the infield. They're really trying to load that left rear up. You can see Anthony Bear right now. He got a good run on that time round. All of a sudden he's coming, Jason.
Yes, we're in the last lap. You never run him off. Here he comes, he's thrown it in hard, but he won't get there, and John Lodge wins. John Lodge first across the line, back to Anthony Bear. Back in third place, the 58 of Ricky Throckmorton, Travis Hutchison, Stewie Robinson. Matt Hammond is next.
Take the ears out as well, wipe the sweat down, and he's all good. He's got a hole in his ear, he's going that fast, you see that? Good job, mate, well done.
Yeah, thank you. It was got a bit rough out there at the end, but I held on. Australia won up me. So I was a bit of pressure, but it was all good.
You guys nearly didn't get here. You had a last-minute rush to get that engine together and finally made it here. That was a big effort.
It was a very good effort, actually. You've got to think Caves Beach, Dino and Tune, they helped us out heaps. We kept going back to him and saying, look, we need more power if we're going to stick it to the other good drivers. So, but anyway, yeah, I'd like to thank SRE Race Engines. They've done well, Highway Forward, and the main sponsor, John Lodge Watercard. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So
beautiful stuff. Well done, our winner in heat race number 13 here.
Thanks, Rhino. The final qualifying heat of round number 2. And Jamie Oldfield, after getting a flat tyre, needs plenty of points. He's mid-pack as they head up into turn number 1 and 2, the first occasion. And Reese Heinrich is your race leader as they head down the back straight the first time. Oldfield dives to the inside and takes second place. We've got one up against the fence. That's at the back of the field. Yeah, so Clark has gone back to last. And then, by goodness, has he got some work to do. Heinrich is your leader. Jamie Oldfield in second place. Good battle between Lee Gooding and Darren Barry in third. Barry goes to third. Gooding back to fourth. Another one charging through the field into fifth place would have been car number 11, Mark Jennings. Back to Colin Peden, Andy Maxwell, Bo Saunders, then Luke Holliman and Michael Clark. Well, Reese Heinrich is your race leader as Clark has retired from the race. Out in front, Heinrich, Oldfield. Third place behind him is David Barry. Back then to Jennings, who's making all the running in fourth place. He started out of position 9, so it's a pretty good run from him. And he'll probably get third in a moment because David Barry has gone into the public car park up there, if there is one, behind the grandstands in the western corner. He's gone very wide indeed, but he's just ahead of Jennings. Fifth place is the 71 car of Gooding, then Maxwell, then back to Colin Peden. Still the status quo out in front though. It's Reese Heinrich by a couple of car lengths on Jamie Oldfield. A good battle for 5th and 6th at the moment. Going into 5th would be Andy Maxwell Jr. Lee Gooding back to 6th. Jamie Oldfield starting to get busy on the back end though of Reese Heinrich as they move down into turn number 3. Out in front, it's still Heinrich by a car length on Oldfield. A few car lengths to Barry, then Jennings, and then a big gap back to the rest headed by Andy Maxwell Jr. Gooding and Colin Peden. Holliman is next. So head down into 3 and 4 once again. 5 to go in heat 14 of the national title.
Heinrich will be coming up for a stoppage shortly, Jason.
Yeah, only a couple of laps away. It's due as they head up into the top turn. Reese Heinrich coming up to complete lap number 8. We've had 6 stoppages on lap 9, so there must be one due now in a lap's time. Heinrich out in front from Jamie Oldfield. Third place still David Barry. For the moment has the measure of the 4th place car, Mark Jennings. Andy Maxwell Jr. 5th. There's half a lap between first and last. Heinrich has the measure at the moment of Jamie Oldfield.
Yeah, he does. The car's just a lot straighter. Jamie's really trying a few different things there, Jace. You can see him. He's really trying to get as much drive as possible out of turn 2. But he just can't get it to work. And Heinrich, well, he's just disappearing away. Look how straight he is as he goes down the back chute now.
Yeah, he has. Well, we're nearly completed lap number 9. Lap 10 now. So 10 complete for our leaders, at least. Unless something happens in the last bit, we'll be past lap 10. Jamie Oldfield closes to a couple of car lengths on Reese Heinrich. There's a battle for third. Jennings has finally got past David Barry. White flag on display, 1 to go.
Flat tyre for Barry.
David Barry's got a flaw. He might hang on to fourth, maybe not, as they head down the main straight the final time. And Reese Heinrich by 2 car lengths over Jamie Oldfield. A long gap back to Mark Jennings, then David Barry. There's the checker flag. Reese Heinrich is going to prevail. First home is Reese Heinrich from South Australia. Western Australia 29, Jamie Oldfield second. Third is New South Wales 11, Mark Jennings. Fourth place will go the way of Andy Maxwell Jr. Fifth place to Colin Peacock.
Saving plenty of weight, and it's not slowing him down. Good job, mate. 2 wins.
Yeah, no, really wrapped with that. I know there was a lot of quick cars up the back, you know, and Jamie started off front row, so I was pretty lucky with the start there. I knew I just had to hug the pole line. Been watching the last couple of races, and yeah, it's a bit unfortunate we can't run up high yet, but I think it'll come on there, so that'll make for some real fast, interesting racing.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Good job, but, well, just go and tune her up, get on the spanners, and just twinkle road it.
Yeah, quick spanner check, I think, and yeah, we've got some tough heats ahead. Thanks.
Good job, well done. Winner heat race number 14. Modlites
in 99. Jack McCrae behind the wheel of the 9 car, off and running in heat number 4 of the little cars of the Modlites as they head towards the western corner. It's Sean Butcher trying to make it 2 in a row, has cleared out into a very comfortable lead. At the moment, car number 142 would be the next one. That's Kurt Gambauer, but he's got them lining up behind him, and the first one there is Jack McCrae. After this, lights out, so we're going racing, and it's car 66 that'll lead them away too easily for Sean Butcher. Coming through very quickly is Jack McCrae in car 9, and those two have cleared out from the rest of the field. Down the main straightaway for race leader, car 66. I think we can throw the program away. Sean Butcher, because Terry Lehrenfeldt is out there and is now back up into 3rd position. So let's go back at what we know. Sean Butcher to the better of Jack McCrae and Terry Lehrenfeldt, who's in hot pursuit and looking for a win. He's going to be in trouble though to try and run down Sean Butcher, who is absolutely flying out the front. So is the little car number 9, that of Jack McCrae. Terry Lehrenfeldt though closing the gap on them. The next one through would be Kurt Gambauer in 142. Have a look at the Australia 1 car. Right up on the tail now of Jack McCrae as they put another lap down on the journey. Goes careering underneath. He's only got the car 66 of Sean Butcher in front of him to take out another win in the Modlites here tonight. He's right on his hammer now as they head down the main straightaway. Car 66, Sean Butcher has got Terry Lehrenfeldt right on his hammer. Back behind them is Jack McCrae as they go round the western corner. It's no contest. Terry Lehrenfeldt says thank you. Puts it out in the fresh air out the front, takes the white one. 1 to go, Sean Butcher and Jack McCrae. Next one through would be car 53. A long, long way back though. We go back to our race leader, heading down the main straightaway for the last time. He's done it again, folks. Put your hands together for Australia number 1, Terry Lehrenfeldt, Sean Butcher, and then Jack McCrae complete the journey. Robert Hardy is in car 53, the next one away with heat number 5 actually for the Modlites here tonight. As the lights go green, we're off and running, and it is indeed Brad Dawson that gets the best of the start. Racetrack might be a little bit slippery for them with the little wheels. After the preparation, settle down through the western corner. We'll pick them up down the main straightaway, and it's still Brad Dawson. To the better of the 08 car, that's Wayne Donaldson. Car 12 tucked in there is Clinton Hansey. One just behind me on the infield. That's good. Change for lead. Car 08 goes into the lead. Wayne Donaldson. 12 follows him. Clinton Hansey. Moving Brad Dawson back to position number 3. And then trying to get up on terms is Sean Rose. Into 4th position as they put another lap down on the journey. In fact, it's not Sean Rose, it's Robert Hardy in car number 53. Sean Rose would be the next one. That's the way they head around the western corner once again, and at the moment a commanding lead. As far as the Modlites are concerned, for Wayne Donaldson, still chasing hard is Clinton Hansey. And they have opened up a big lead back there in 3rd place to Brad Dawson as they're coming down to complete another lap of change. Up at the front of the field, car 12, Clinton Hansey, has taken the little machine into the front as they head down the back chute and into the western corner once again. Wayne Donaldson can't do anything about that change because the lead car now is starting to put some distance between himself and the pursuing car. Getting through into position number 3 is Robert Hardy in the 53 car to the better of Sean Rose as they put another one down and doing very well out the front. Clinton Hansey likes the repaired racetrack as he heads down the back chute to the better of Wayne Donaldson. A long way back then in the 53 car is Robert Hardy. Another lap down for the little cars, doing a great job out the front and coming up quickly on Jack McClure to put a lap on him as they go round the western corner. White flag waiting for them this time around. Car number 12, Clinton Hansey. It's got one more lap to keep Wayne Donaldson at bay. Chasing hard is Robert Hardy, but he's too far away. Back then in 4th place, Sean Rose, also too far away to do anything about it. Down the main straightaway and checkered flag time. And heat number 5 will go to Clinton Hansey over Wayne Donaldson. Next one home would have been Robert Hardy in an extra heat.
The final qualifying heat of the night for these 8 drivers. The green lights are on and Morris Ahern leads them out of turn 1 and 2. Back in 2nd place, Ashley Barron. Then we've got James Russell in 3rd. Cherie Barron has been besieged by cars left, right and centre as they go through the western corner. The first and 12 circulations. Oh, heavy crash into the fence. That's the 3rd place car. James Russell has headbutted the concrete. Has reversed out and has gone onto the infield. So a drive-by there by James Russell. The green lights are back on. He went to the rear of the field. He's A-OK after hitting the concrete. It's Morris Ahern out in front. Again, Michelle Barbour has been besieged by cars on the outside and the inside. But it'll be Morris Ahern who leads into the main straight the first time. Down to the finish line they come. It's Ahern out in front, Barron in 2nd place, 88 in 3rd place, Nathan Barbour. Back then in 4th place is Cherie Barron. Behind Cherie is Craig Buchanan. Peter Thompson is next. Then James Russell and Troy Langley. They're Indian file into the main straight, and it's Morris Ahern who leads them down the main drag. 2nd place is the 44 car of Ashley Barron. Nathan Barbour in 3rd place. Back then to Craig Buchanan, Cherie Barron. Peter Thompson in 6th position, back to James Russell, and Troy Langley whips them in. There's 8 cars out there as they head down into the main straight again. Oh, Michelle Barbour makes a mistake. She's off the racetrack. She's back on now and goes back to 2nd last. It's Morris Ahern. Sorry, Cherie Barron, I apologise. It'll be the first time I make a mistake. She's gone again. She's down there in turn number 2 on the grass and hasn't moved on this occasion. She does now. It's Morris Ahern who leads. Back to Ashley Barron in 2nd place. Then Nathan Barbour, Craig Buchanan, Peter Thompson, James Russell, and then back to Troy Langley after that as they head down. Cherie Barron after that, but our race leader is Morris Ahern, Ashley Barron, Barbour and Craig Buchanan at 2, 3 and 4. Back to Peter Thompson, Troy Langley and then James Russell. Great battle for the minor placings, but our race leader is quite a handy distance in front. Hasn't passed the back marker, who's getting the passing flag. And that is Cherie Barron at the tail, setting a pretty quick speed, but Morris Ahern can't get past.
Here we go, Nathan Barbour goes upstairs to find he's the first person to venture up there, Jason, since the track pep.
And we'll see how it works for him. He's still there. Still there. 3 wide now. Sneaking up the inside is Buchanan from South Australia. Barbour is still on the outside. Might get back around Buchanan. He does. They're both stuck up behind Ashley Barron in second place. Meanwhile, Cherie Barron has gone infield. Morris Ahern leads. Anybody's for the minor placings. Barron, Barbour on the inside, Buchanan, and Peter Thompson's joined that group.
Oh, this is terrific now, Jason. Here we go.
Yep. Can we get an outside move to stick? He goes up there again in the western corner. Still Barron in second place. Barbour, and still on the inside is Buchanan. This is terrific stuff. Peter Thompson's got the best seat in the house, watching it all unfold. Behind them is James Russell and Troy Langley. He's still side by side. Forget about our leader, Morris Ahern's long gone. Barron and Barbour still side by side into the main straight. He goes wide. Here comes Buchanan. He swoops under both of them. Buchanan goes into second place now. So Buchanan second, Barron third, and Barbour's on the inside of Barron. So now Barbour has got underneath of Barron, and Barron is now under pressure from Thompson. So it's anybody's for the minor placings. As they move down the main straight, there's 1.5 to go. In fact, there's half a lap to go. It's Ahern out in front, Buchanan in second place, back to Barbour, Barron, then Thompson, and then back after that it's Langley and Russell. But here's our winner coming through. Put your hands together for Morris Ahern, who does it in style, won easily. Second place goes to Buchanan in 47. A blanket go for the minors. Barbour third, Ashley Barron got fourth by .003, if you don't mind, over Peter Thompson. Back to Troy Langley.
Look, he's got a little bit of a smile. Well done, Oggy. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, mate. We needed that one. We've had dramas all night. The boys have been changing everything. After every race, trying to misfire, and I think we nearly got it there. So
beautiful stuff. And late minute decision for you guys as well. You've been busy with the junior sedan as well.
Yeah, junior sedan. My partner at home just had a back operation. Just all happened at the wrong time. We weren't going to come, but yeah, thanks to my sponsors, Raztech Motorsport, ESS Suspension, Mental Racewear, Claridge House Removalists, Hall's Jayco Mildura. Big thanks to Mortlake Roadhouse for coming on board. Paul Mac Repairs, my brother Albert, the owner of the car, Panther Race Cars, and yeah, hopefully I haven't forgotten anyone else.
Good job, mate. Time for an orange juice. Good job. A winner of heat race number 15. Heat race coming your way. Spencer Race Engines, and we are green.
Yes, and a good dispatch too. And as soon as they went green, they're 4 wide down the main straight up into the western corner. And who will come out on top? Matthew Storer and Freeman are there. Norton and Wood are there, and they're being coming from everywhere as they come down into the bottom turn. And Jamie Oldfield has hit the front. So Oldfield takes the lead. They are 3 wide out after him. Matthew Storer, Michael Freeman and Nigel O'Neill. So go over to the western corner. Oh, it's getting pretty close. They're going here, there and everywhere further back as well. One of them was a little bit inconvenienced. Might have been David Barbour as they move out of turn 4 again. Oldfield out in front. O'Neill in second. Storer third. Up to fourth now is Robbie Foe. Then Michael Freeman. Darren Giacometti in the yellow car is up in 6th place. After Giacometti would be Brad McClure, Barbour, Dion Wood and Andrew Norton. And, well, dare I say it, Brad McClure's got a lot of work to do if he's going to go through undefeated. He's back in the 7th place at the moment. Jamie Oldfield is driving right away from them, out by 2 seconds after 3 laps. Second place is Nigel O'Neill and Matthew Storer. Here's a go further back for 5th, 6th and 7th. McClure has got past, who did he get past? Michael Freeman. He's on the outside of Darren Giacometti, the 2 Victorians. He does drive right round the outside of Giacometti and into 5th place. Great drive by Brad McClure. But Jamie Oldfield is now 2.3 seconds in front. So cross the line again, 5 down for Oldfield. Second place is Nigel O'Neill. It's 3.1 seconds now. He's driving right away. Third place is Storer, then Robbie Foe. Second, third and fourth are pretty close. Then fifth place is Brad McClure. He's got Giacometti to deal with at the halfway mark. 6 down and 6 to go. Jamie Oldfield now leads by 3.146 seconds. Nigel O'Neill, Matthew Storer, Robbie Foe, your first four. Foe up behind Matthew Storer. That's the battle for third. McClure making no impression, and Giacometti behind him. Back to Michael Freeman, Barbour, and then Andrew Norton. Our race leader, though, is that of Jamie Oldfield with 5 to go. So Oldfield leads. Back in second place, Nigel O'Neill, then back to Matthew Storer. Robbie Foe right behind him. Back in fifth place is that of Brad McClure. And then back to Giacometti. 4 to go. Our race leader is Jamie Oldfield. Out by 4 seconds, yeah. Quick lap is a 17.676, so not going slowly at all. We apologise for that little break, but we're back there. As you can see, Jamie Oldfield doing a great job. Out by 4.2 seconds. Second place is still up to a dispute. Third and fourth are right there with him. Foe trying everything to get past Matthew Storer, and Giacometti has come back underneath of McClure. 2 to go for Jamie Oldfield. It's on for young and old for second, third and fourth. Storer's off the curb. Coming underneath is Robbie Foe. Giacometti's back into fifth place. Checker flag, white flag is out. 1 to go for Jamie Oldfield. He's a country mile in front. We've got 2 cars that have spun around further back in the field. The race continues. But Jamie Oldfield is a mile in front. Now the yellow lights have come on.
Wow, he is fast.
He was 7 seconds in front.
Oh, holy smokes, and he was wheeling it. It was racetrack obviously a little bit further up than it went.
He's laying the law down. There's the green, back on. Jamie Oldfield out in front as they get back underway. Nigel O'Neill, Matthew Storer, Robbie Foe. Those three, second, third and fourth, have been at each other from the get-go. Now they've got to deal with Giacometti and also McClure. Jamie Oldfield leads again down the back straight. Oh, one of them's gone in the lead group. And that is the 23 of Matthew Storer, who was in third. White flag has been and gone. Jamie Oldfield is well clear once again. Yellow lights have come on again.
Yeah, Dion Wood spun around over there. And I think that, Matty Storer missed the stripe by half a minute.
Stuck in the middle with you, but too late. All about set to go. Green lights are on. So this is the third attempt at a green-white checkered flag finish, and Jamie Oldfield continues to lead, and he careers away again. So he's already seen the white flag on 2 occasions. He's about to see it again as Robbie Foe now makes his presence felt. He gets underneath of Nigel O'Neill, goes into second. McClure fourth, Giacometti fifth. But Jamie Oldfield has driven away from them again. He's out by 1.2 seconds. And surely now we're going to see the checkered flag here in heat number 16.
No, you won't.
No, there's another one gone, but the greens have stayed on long enough. The checkered flag is out. There was Andrew Norton who spun. Second place to Robbie Foe. Third place, Nigel O'Neill, Brad McClure, Darren Giacometti, Michael Freeman. Then David Barbour, Matthew Storer and Dion Wood. And Andrew Norton was last.
Here he is. Just asking how far he won by. Plenty.
Yeah, I don't know, obviously, but the car felt really good. The track, obviously, the work that he's done to it certainly helped, my driving style, and there was a bit of juice in it, and this car loves that.
Absolutely, this thing's a rocket ship. Must be a pleasure to drive.
Oh, absolutely. Raztech, Paul Razum's provided me with one awesome race car. It does everything that we want it to do, and we just need to settle my driving down a little bit when the track slicks off, and I'm used to nice straights and you can settle the car for the corner and whatever else, but around here, as round as it is, it's a little hard for me.
Certainly is. You nearly got the job done a couple of years ago in that late model title. We had craters that night. We had a fair bit of juice. It's totally contrast, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's one extreme to the other, I suppose. But no, look, the track, it is what it is, and we'll deal with what we can do, and hopefully we can move forward. Obviously, we needed that win. We're probably still going to be the back of the A. middle of the B main at the moment, I suppose, on points. But hopefully we can move forward, tomorrow night and see how we go.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, Jamie. Oldfield winner of that heat dispatches. We're getting a little later in the night. Plenty of people watching right around, and here we go.
Yes, here we go. Heat 17 is underway, minus Matt Nelson. So head out of turn 1 and 2 the first time. And it's anybody's guess who might take this one up as they move down into the western corner. And they are running 2 and 3 wide too as they come towards us the first occasion. And out in front is the 25 car of Mark McGilvray. Roger Langley is there, Anthony Buchanan, Stewie Robinson. This is hotly contested. Look at this. Great battle for the minor placings. There's 6 or 7 of them locked together and they're using all of the racetrack. Out in front, Mark McGilvray is your race leader. Second place is car number 2, Anthony Buchanan. Right behind him is Roger Langley, Stewie Robinson, Jason DeGoldie is in that group of 4 that are fighting for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. And they're 3 wide up there in the western corner.
Yeah, DeGoldie's fast there at the top, isn't he? And now he switches back to the middle. Oh dear!
That's certainly the middle. Squashed in the middle. Right in the middle with you. And back then to Scotty McDermott and Gareth Keith, they're in there. And Darren Forrest can't find a way through. So they go back to the western corner again. The action is on, good and proper. As they come up for the lead now also. 25 and 2 going at it. Mark McGilvray and Anthony Buchanan. Jason DeGoldie on the outside has just done the quick lap of the race. But he's got to fight off Stewie Robinson. Colin Peden in 5th. Darren Forrest has made his way up to 6th place. So we come back to our leader, and the leader's made a mistake. He's got crossed up, coming out of 4. So come out of 1 and 2. On the outside, Anthony Buchanan may take the lead on the outside. DeGoldie has swapped sides there for 3rd and 4th. There's trouble. One's gone around DeGoldie and Stewie Robinson got hooked up. Robinson went sideways. There was definitely contact there. The official's quick to put on the yellows. And we've got a stoppage and it's on lap 5. Here we go with the restart. 7 laps to go. Alan wasn't in the slightest chance interested. We're going to have another stoppage here. The 2 car, Anthony Buchanan, got out of shape on the yellows. Oh, we've gone yellow. That's right in front of us. That's happened.
Some work with me, some don't.
Here we go with the restart. Where are we at? Heat 17.
Something like that.
We're back underway. Hope you're enjoying the action here at the showgrounds. Great night of racing in progress and still a few heats to come. McGilvray out in front.
And Darren Forrest is there all of a sudden.
Yeah, Darren Forrest couldn't pass the car earlier and he's made his way to 3rd.
And he's racy too. Here he goes on the outside.
Yes, he's going to round up the 33 car here of Colin Peden from New South Wales, the former West Australian, as they run side by side down into the western corner. And getting more pictures, people watching on 70-inch TVs. If that's not enjoying New Year's Eve, watching the Speedway, I don't know what. But here we go.
Langley
Darren Forrest.
around.
Yep, Langley's gone around and Darren Forrest has gone into 2nd place. The greens have stayed on. He's playing chicken with the officials. The yellows have come on.
Oh, it's not going to end well. I've got a feeling I know what he's going to talk about at driver's briefing tomorrow too.
Yeah. Cannon. And now Roger Langley. One from every row of the field apart from the back row has been sent to the rear. As we're back underway once again, Darren Forrest immediately goes to the outside. We're only halfway home in this one. 6 down and 6 to go. Out in front, Mark McGilvray. Darren Forrest gets underneath of Colin Peden to run into 2nd place. 4th place is Scotty McDermott. Now he started out at 10, so he along with Forrest have come from the back to be in 2nd and 4th respectively. Back to Jason DeGoldie, who went to the rear of the field. He's up to 5th. So they come out of turn 4. Darren Forrest is very quick at the moment. He's got McGilvray off the curb. 4 to go. So head down the back straight. McGilvray's not going to give up this lead. Forrest is trying to get underneath and it won't work. Oh, hang on, it will this time. You could drive a London bus underneath of McGilvray. And that London bus has been driven by Darren Forrest and it's got a co-driver in Colin Peden. Both of them have gone through. Mark McGilvray's gone back to 3rd in one foul swoop. 4th place is Scott McDermott. Jason DeGoldie now to launch an attack on the outside. That's up in the western corner. They'll come up with 2 laps to go. DeGoldie on the outside to here of McDermott. This is for 4th and 5th. So head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. The 41 of Darren Forrest has a little bit of a lead, half a second. Back in second is Colin Peden. Third place, McClure. Then we've got the battle for 4th and 5th. They're still side by side. De Goldie has driven around the outside of McDermott to go into 4th. Back to Stewie Robinson, Gareth Keith, Anthony Buchanan and Roger Langley. But this has been a great drive by Darren Forrest from the back of the field. He's first into the main straight and Darren Forrest will win. Darren Forrest first home. Second place goes to the 33 car of Colin Peden. Mark McClure, Jason De Goldie's got up for 4th. Back to Scott McDermott, Stewie Robinson, Gareth Keith, Anthony Buchanan and Roger Langley. No time for the race due to the stoppages. 1.415 was the winning margin. 17.910 was the
5 guys flapping in the wind. He got the job done. I can tell you Scotty McDermott's been sent rear of the field for hitting the witch's hat on the last restart, so he's gone back. And a few battle scars on the side of the 41, but hey, good job, man. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, good to have a win finally.
Absolutely. Cars look pretty good tonight. It was just hard to pass, but you got the job done. I got the job done then.
Nah, the car's mean I'm lucky to have a really grouse car. It's just me, sort myself out.
Oh, well, maybe a little bit hard on himself. He's done a good job. Darren Forrest, winner, heat race here at Lucas Oil Kingaroy Speedway. From wherever you're coming from, Jason Crow, here we go.
Thanks to Ryan Harris. Yes, indeed. We're underway with heat number 18 and Ben Langton and Josie Thompson lead them out at turn number 2 the first time, and you can throw a T-tail over the first 4. In fact, you can nearly throw a Doona cover over the entire field. They come out of turn 4, still 3 wide down the main straight the first time, and the 15 is in there, and the yellow lights have been put on.
Stevie Gardner got shot out left, exit stage left. He was spat out like someone just lost a tooth. How about that? He's entered exit stage left in a hurry. How good to watch.
Hope you're enjoying it here at the showgrounds or wherever you're watching around the world, and they are watching from even Japan. Is the latest venue.
Of course they are.
Yeah. I don't know what time it is in Japan, but they're 4 wide. Have to be an expat, I would have thought, as they head down the back straight. Have a look at the action for the lead here. It's getting exciting now.
Oh, look at Barry to the top side.
He's past 3 or 4 as Anthony Bear. The pink thing is coming, but they're nearly 4 wide here as they zoom up in front of me. Look at the streeties go. And look at Anthony Bear right round the outside. I haven't even called a name apart from him yet. Look at him go. Oh! Bicycling up on 2 wheels is Matty Hammond. Oh, that's motorcycle stuff. They're 4 wide here in the main straight. Out in front is still Josie Thompson, Langton, and on the outside Anthony Bear makes it a row of 3 from the back. Look at the streeties go. 3 wide into the top turn, and right round the outside of the entire field he goes. Anthony Bear takes the lead, but it's chaos for the Miners. They're still 3 and 4 wide. My voice will blow up after this one. Josie might be before then. Josie Thompson second. Matt Hammond, Langton on the outside. There's another car. Brooke Ferguson's up there. What a race this has turned out to be. Look at them go here in the main straight. They're 4 wide again. Oh, wow. We've got a race all of a sudden. Josie Thompson's there. On the outside, Gardner's gone. Oh, it's all happening here. Right up over the top he went. That was Jack Stead. And it couldn't go any longer without a bit of carnage. How about that, Kingaroy? What a race!
Are you awake, Kingaroy? Come on!
It's 4 laps. Here's the witch's hat. Away once again, and here we go. Matt Hammond immediately to the outside of Josie Thompson. And it's not quite the status quo yet, but it's getting pretty close. Because coming underneath of Matt Hammond would be Steve Gardner. Josie Thompson still in second place. They are 3 wide. Josie Thompson goes wide. Might have been contact with Matt Hammond as they head out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Hammond from Tasmania on the outside. Steve Gardner on the inside from South Australia.
This Jamie Locke is fast. Look at this corner speed. That thing's a rocket ship on the bottom at the moment. Look at Locke. He is banging this thing around. They are up on the wheel again, Jason.
Yeah, and Matt Hammond is still persisting with the outside run. Jamie Locke is joining that three-way battle for the minor placings. Into the main straight. Whoops, the Gardner went sideways. Hammond still on the outside. Jamie Locke down on the low side. Ben Langton, Brooke Ferguson, Josie Thompson, Riley Haynes. 3 wide up there in the western corner, if you don't mind. Have a look at this. Into the main straight they come. And Jamie Locke goes underneath of Steve Gardner, and Matt Hammond is still there as well. He comes back again. Locke in second place. Back there is Gardner and Hammond. A gap back further to Ben Langton, Brooke Ferguson. Ferguson looking to come under Langton, gets the job done, moves into 5th. And I tell you what, Jamie Locke is closing the gap on Anthony Bear, but Anthony Bear does have a 1 second lead as we come up with 2 to go. Trouble for Brooke Ferguson. She's gone back to last up there in the western corner.
Look at Locke. Yeah. He is flying home.
Yep, he's made up 0.3 of a second the last lap around. Anthony Bear still cruising out in front, but Jamie Locke can sniff a victory here. We've got a grandstand finish maybe coming up. The margin is 0.6, and he looms up on the inside as they head down the back straight for the last time. Jamie Locke and Anthony Bear. Bear in the western corner is 3/4 track high. Jamie Locke has Jamie Locke has nearly gone into the fence trying to win it, and he'll finish second. Anthony Bear, Jamie Locke, Stevie Gardner, then back to Matt Hammond. He nearly got it done, I tell you. Oh, look at that for 5th, 6th and 7th. 3 wide. Josie Thompson gets it. For Ben Langton and Riley Haynes, it was 0.1 of a second separated the 3. How about putting hands together, Kingaroy, for all of the streeties in heat number 18. What a race. The margin was 0.997 in the end, and the quick lap was...
Everything's okay. Giddy up, man. That was sensational.
Yeah, every track graded then. It was a really good idea, mate. Credit to them. I got to be lucky. I think that the bottom probably come on by the looks of it. Lockie was under me, but it's a hard thing when you pass the whole field around the top. You just want to stay there. A few people on the bank are telling me down and telling me the stories, and I've choose my own thing, and probably wrong, but we got there, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely, mate. Now go and have a couple of cordials and get ready to do it all again tomorrow.
Oh, we having some better things than cordials New Year's Eve, mate.
Giddy up. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how to report on?
Yeah, haven't finished last night. As we get underway, is a slow start on the outside by the 31 car of Murray Batley, and that allowed a couple on the inside to sneak through, and Lenny Bates in that green machine has taken the lead. A bit of a shunt in the back end there for the second place car as they move out of turn 4 and into the main straight the first time. Bates is out in front. Second place is Evan Wakefield.
They're at it again.
Yeah, I was just about to say they're 3 wide as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straight. Luke Holliman, Andy Maxwell is there. Also going well is Lee Gooding as they head out of turn 4 and back down the main straight. It's Lenny Bates out in front. They're starting to really widen out now down the main straight. They are getting up near the wall. And passing manoeuvres coming left, right and centre. Evan Wakefield from Kalgoorlie on the goldfields of Western Australia runs in second. Back to Luke Holliman in third, and Andy Maxwell Jr. having a good night. He's there in fourth at the moment. But Lenny Bates has split the scene. Back in 5th place, Lee Gooding, Murray Batley, Ricky Throckmorton, Bo Saunders and Dylan Jarman. So head down the back straight. Our leader is long gone. He's in another postcode, but the rest of them pretty close together as they head down the main straight. Second, third and fourth is on for young and old. Coming around the outside is the 12 of Luke Holliman.
Oh, giddy up on the outside, Luke.
And he's going to go on with it. 3 wide in between the 2 of them is that of Evan Wakefield. Holliman still on the outside. Wakefield thinks he's on the curb. Not anymore, he's not, because underneath goes Andy Maxwell Jr. 3 black cars going at it, and Holliman's still on the outside. Maxwell Jr. there on the inside as they go into the western corner. Wakefield back in 4th, still side by side. Holliman and Maxwell Jr. down the main straight. The lead is still with Lenny Bates. Holliman still persisting with that high side. Back to Wakefield in 4th. Andy Maxwell Jr. to come back, and Holliman on the inside as they go up into the western bend. Also further back, they're 2 and 3 wide. Have a look at that action between Ricky Throckmorton, Murray Batley, and also, well, that hasn't worked out. Batley has gone around. The other car in that was Lee Gooding, who was at this venue in these 2 occasions he's been here. Leads this one as we're back underway. Lenny Bates leads him past us. Started out of position number 3. Leads him down the back straight. The challengers are coming. Andy Maxwell Jr is there with Lee Gooding. They're behind Evan Wakefield from Western Australia. So come out of the western corner and into the main straight. Lenny Bates leads with 5 to go. Hollyman, Wakefield, Gooding on the outside. Looking for a way through is Andy Maxwell Jr. Gooding gets the job done on the outside of the 21 car of Evan Wakefield. And here comes Maxwell Jr. on the outside of Evan Wakefield. Behind those is Ricky Throckmorton, then Bo Saunders as they come down the main straight. And, 132 is going to go right round the outside and gets into 4th place. Wakefield's under pressure now from Throckmorton. They're 3 wide up there in the western bend again. Lee Gooding was the benefactor out of all that, moved to 3rd, and he's out after Hollyman, but he better hurry up because Maxwell Jr is on the charge. So move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Maxwell Jr goes underneath the Gooding, and that's for 3rd place as they head up into the western bend. Out in front though with 2 to go this time around past us, it'll be Lenny Bates. Hollyman, 3rd place Maxwell Jr, Gooding. Back there to Throckmorton, Wakefield. Then the 77 of Bo Saunders. Murray Batley and Dylan Jarman. Out of turn 4 they come into the main straight with 1 to go. White flag comes out and the race leader is Lenny Bates. Hollyman. He's under pressure now from Maxwell Jr in 132, who served a 2-spot penalty in the last stoppage. Gooding is there as well. Back in 5th place is Throckmorton, then Wakefield. But he's going to win again. Lenny Bates, first home. Lenny Bates takes the checkered flag. 2nd place is going to go to Hollyman. 3rd place Maxwell Jr. Lee Gooding took an excursion towards the concrete wall, thought better of it in the main straight, got home for 5th. For 4th.
Good job, mate. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. My last heat wasn't real good, but I sort of had to make this one count, so yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, two heat wins at a national championship, not one. That's going to put you somewhere the front couple of rows at the moment. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. As long as you can make the main one, mate, that's all I wanted to do. And from then on, see what happens.
Absolutely, mate. Well done. Good. Go and enjoy a cold one as we send the next heat championship right here in Kingaroy. Here we go.
Yes, we have got a green light. We've got 8 cars on the track and they're 3 wide already as they head up the main straight and into the western corner. And it's on for young and old. They're 3 wide out of turn 2. And on the outside doing the best at the moment would be Michael Clark. As they move out of 3 or 4, 1 down and 11 to go. Clark leads. Back in 2nd place, the 26 of Corey Sandow. McDan is there in 3rd place. As they head up to the top turn once again. Stephen English in Queensland 4th, and Brad Mendez. Brett Barron is also there, and at the tail we've got Michelle Barbour and Alex Doblo. Out in front, it's anybody's guess for 3rd, 4th and 5th. As McDan has moved into 2nd place. Michael Clark leads them though. Victorian, the Tasmanian title a few years back. McDan in 2nd, English 3rd, the Queensland champion. Then back to Corey Sandow. 5th place is Brad Mendez. A bit of a gap back then to Brett Barron in 6th, Michelle Barbour and Alex Doblo at the tail. Up into the western corner once again. Spread out at the moment in this one. McDan trying to mow down Michael Clark. So move out of turn 4 back up the main straight. Clark leads. Dan, English, Sandow, Mendez, Barron, Barbler and Doblo. So no change in the order, and for the first time in a long time they're pretty well spread out. Well, 4 or 5 car lengths separating each and every one of them.
McDan. Yes, plain sailing at the moment, isn't it? All pretty evenly matched at the moment. Stephen English probably a little bit better than McDan on that circulation. However, a little bit of a commentator's curse just then, and McDan probably put his fastest lap of the race in just then.
Oh, well done, he did too.
Ah, look at that. all over it. I actually didn't have my iPhone in my hand, it's in my pocket. Mick Clark still going around nicely there, Jason. Very sideways though, and
Mick Dan's pretty straight and racy at the moment. Can he catch him down? I'm not sure he can.
18.466 for Mick Dan on lap 6 to be the quickest lap. His 7th lap wasn't as quick, but he's caught Michael Clark, who's made a couple of little errors and sent him offline. So Dan all of a sudden is all over the back end of Michael Clark. So head out of up the main straight with the 3 3/4 laps to go. Stephen English makes a mistake in the main straight, also loses a bit of ground.
Yeah, look at this. Mick Clark is struggling. His car is really free. Look how sideways it is. As he gets through the corners just on the black, he's really buzzing up those tyres. And Mick Dan, he has got that thing like as straight as an arrow at the moment. Mick Dan wheeling it in, gets up on the inside. Oh, he gets crossed up, Jason. Yeah. And Mick Clark is just hanging on.
Yeah, 2 to go. A grandstand finish, dare I say it, in the penultimate heat of the night. It's Clark and Dan up the main straight they go. Clark into the western corner, Dan following him, and then back to English, who's been caught by Corey Sandow. 1 to go this time around for Michael Clark. Out comes the white flag. Clark and Dan to fight it out to the death. Up the main straight they go the final time. Dan goes underneath of Michael Clark. They're in the western corner for the final time. It's Michael Clark and Mick Dan. They're up behind lap traffic as well. Here comes Mick Dan on the inside. Clark shuts the gate and wins. Michael Clark by a car length or 0.33 of a second. Back in 3rd place is Stephen English. 4th place is Corey Sandow. Back in
well, here's our winner. And he hasn't got much of a smile, but you needed that, mate. Tough night at the office.
Oh, it has been. Actually, that was handling pretty bad. We've got a bit of bent stuff still in the car there, but thanks to Matty Glad for giving us a hand, and the Fergusons. Always there to help when you need them, and put another rack in it because we split the rack and got a good result anyway, thanks.
Yeah, good 36 points. The car did look a little loose out there, and you'd see you're struggling, you just hang on there, but that's what it's all about. That's what you got to do. You got to scramble.
Oh, yeah. No, I always struggle, but that just was a bit worse.
Good on you, mate. Well done to Mick Clark, winner in heat race number 20. As the lucky last of the night we've got there, the back of the field. Brandon Hoff will start from position number 8, and Dale Riley Jr. will start from the back, and no rest for the wicked.
No, there's not. This is the lucky last. They're underway, and they are 3 wide up the back straight. Darren Forrester's in the middle of that group. Jared Peacock's there. Megan Forrester's in that group as they head down the main straight the first time. 1 down and 11 to go. It's the 11 of Mark Jennings and Jared Peacock. Megan Forrest on the outside of Megan Forrest is Travis Hutchison. And going into 3rd place, it might have been David Barry, I think, as they come out of the western corner. Our race leader is Mark Jennings. Right behind Mark Jennings, here's the 63 of Peacock. 3rd place is... can't pick up who's in 3rd place at the moment. John Lodge. John Lodge is in 3rd place at the moment.
And look at these behind him.
And 3 wide after that. There's a green mini in there, which is Reese Heinrich. On the outside of Heinrich is Hutchison, and Megan Forrest is in there as well. Hutchison on the outside of Heinrich. That's for 4th and 5th. So we go back to the leaders. It's Jennings, Peacock and Lodge. The quick lap of the race is by Reese Heinrich. He's there in 4th or maybe now 5th place because Travis Hutchison is around the outside as they move out of turn 2 and down the back straight. A great battle for 2nd now. Peacock and Lodge. Lodge goes under Peacock into 2nd place, and John Lodge is now out after our race leader. John Lodge out after Mark Jennings. Back into Peacock. Hutchison in 4th place. 5th place Reese Heinrich. Then back to Megan Forrest. Then Dale Riley Jr., David Barry and Brandon Hoff. He's starting to close in is John Lodge on Mark Jennings. 3rd, 4th and 5th also very close. We've got half the race done. 6 down and 6 to go in the lucky last qualifying heat of the night. And trying to come through is Reese Heinrich on Travis Hutchison. He's up behind Jared Peacock. And John Lodge is up behind Mark Jennings. No, he's not. He's underneath of Mark Jennings. Side by side down to the line with some 5 to go. And it's Mark Jennings and John Lodge fighting for the lead. Peacock in 3rd place. He's going to catch a pair of them at this rate. Hutchison in 4th. And back into Heinrich. Out of the western corner they come again. It is still on for young and old. Jennings, Lodge, Peacock, Hutchison, and right there with him is Reese Heinrich. A gap back then to Dale Riley Jr. Now, the lap car of Brandon Hoff may come into the equation in the concluding stages. They'll have 3 laps to go this time around, and the wily old veteran who won the 1995 title is hanging on. It's Mark Jennings just. Hoff is out of the way. He's high, wide and handsome. Coming underneath him now is Lodge. Here's Peacock in third. Reese Heinrich's on the outside there of Hutchison. 2 to go this time around as they come down the straight. And Jennings is still being besieged by the 76er John Lodge. 1 3/4 to go. Lodge and Jennings. Peacock has caught them. So too is Heinrich. And forget about the rest of them from here. It's a 4-way go. And Peacock is going right round the outside with 1 to run. They're 3 wide up behind the leader. They're 3 wide now for the lead in the final qualifier. It's anybody's guess. Heinrich joins the picture. What a grandstand finish to the night. They're 3 wide behind Jennings. Here comes Lodge on the outside. In the middle is Peacock and Heinrich down the inside. What a go! What a finish! Dead heat Peacock! Peacock has got it! Peacock wins by .05. What a finish! Peacock, Jennings and Heinrich are separated by .3 of a second. Travis Hutchison is 4th. Dale Riley Jr., Megan Forrest, David Barry. And what a race that was.
Oh yeah, come on Kingaroy, make some noise for a Queenslander, Jared Peacock.
Ryan, if I can just jump in.
Of course you can.
John Lodge lost second place to Mark Jennings by .001 of a second.
001.
Nearly a dead, well, it's as close to a dead heat as you get.
That's pretty close. Hey, great job, mate. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's good fun. Finally sorted it out with a bit of slick behind it, and yeah, I've seen the gate there, and I went, oh, last lap, why not?
Absolutely. Track just sort of come in there. Last round of heats was heaps better. That's the Kingaroy that we've sort of all come to know.
That's it. It did a different change since we went out after that in the last one, but finally got a heat. That's good.
Beautiful stuff. Well done, mate. Go and have a beer, and we'll get ready.